You are looking live at the reservation as tonight the Southwestern Warriors entertain the Knox Central Panthers on senior night. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Quick Care Walk-In Clinic High School Football, presented by the Don Franklin family of dealerships on Lake Cumberland Sports. This is your Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week, all alongside Michael Gregg, Kevin Loy, and Jeremiah Jones. I'm Josh McKinney. Michael, my friend, it's a battle of two 2-0 teams that are undefeated by a total of 5 combined points. That is crazy, my friend.
It is. It is crazy, Josh. To set the score up last year, Southwestern travels to Knox Central. Knox Central up in Southwestern 22-7, I think was the final score. So maybe revenge on the mind tonight. I'm not sure. Somebody is going to lose for the first time tonight.
Indeed.
So two high-quality teams matching up here. So if you're tuned in and joined us, you're in for a dandy.
Absolutely. 17 football seniors were honored for tonight's contest, plus senior cheerleaders as well, Michael. A very talented, deep class on the football field and cheerleading squad as well.
Absolutely. A lot can be said. The seniors have experienced that turnaround season they had last year. A lot of leadership, a lot of buying into Coach Foley's philosophical approach. Just the future's bright here at the reservation in Southwestern football.
Very much so. Southwestern 178 and 137. The program's history, coached by Jason Foley, his second season at the helm. Coach Foley, 33-12 overall, 9-6 at Southwestern. Foley's boys, 2-0 after a thrilling, epic, titanic, insert adjective here. I seem like I said that last week. After last week's Heartstopper, 15-13, a W over GRC here at Southwestern. My heart still has not regulated for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it's insane.
It is insane. It's almost unbelievable. I mean, you know,
it's
week
great
one,
for ratings.
It is great for ratings. Week 1, blocked field goal attempt. Week 2, goal line stand. I was talking to Coach Foley during this week's coaches show. You know, I said, you've got a 6A school with maybe top 5 running back in the state.
Oh, yeah.
They're first and goal from the 3. How do you do it? How do you do it 4 downs in a row? And it's just gut check time.
Yeah.
And his guys have demonstrated intestinal fortitude time and time again. And last week, no different. They were there again, answered the call. Foley's boys at it again.
Absolutely. In case you missed what my partner just said, last week, first and goal from inside the 5, 4 stops. I'm going to pause for dramatic effect to let that sink in. 4 stops inside the 5 with a minute left to win it.
Unbelievable.
That is what has been aptly named the House of Pain defense here at Southwestern.
Absolutely. And, Josh, we mentioned game 1 because of COVID and all the things in this world that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
What we thought we would see this year was each time teams took the field, they were going to play the games as if it was potentially their last game. And honestly, Mr. McKinney, that's what we've seen this year.
Absolutely.
We've seen Southwestern just refuse to lose, believe from bell to whistle, and it's just paid off so far, 2-0. Warriors pick up a home win at their first crack at it this year. Different than last year.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited, and I hope you all are too. Again, if we didn't say it already, dandy. Southwestern has faced Braden Sloan. Don't be surprised if he wins Mr. Football this year.
Wouldn't at all.
Azariah Israel, week 2, no sleeper himself, rushed for over 2,000 yards last year. This week, a whole different bag of tricks. Knox brings not 1 but 2 backs that tote the rock at a pretty good clip.
Absolutely. Southwestern averaging 29 points a game, giving up 27 points per. Offensive player of the game last week for the Warriors, Tanner Wright. Defensive player of the game, Roe Pennington. It's the 10th all-time meeting between Southwestern and Knox Central. As Lou and Orson, they lead the series, dominating the series actually 7-2, but their last win came in 2016 at the Appalachian Bowl, 34-20 at Clay County. Other wins for Southwestern in the series, 2015, 98, 97, 96, 95, way back in 1994. Knox Central, coached by Fred Hoskins, his 4th season at the helm. Knox Central, a 4A program and a very stout 4A program. Times-Tribune has got them ranked ahead of Corbin. Oh, by the way, if you believe in rankings. They likewise 2-0 after a couple of, we'll be repetitive here, epic, thrilling, titanic, heart-pounding you kind of get the idea again. LOL. Victories of their own. Season opener over Harlan County at home, 14-13. Most recently last week also at Knox Central, 34-33 over Bourbon County. It's eerily similar how these two teams have been on a journey to here tonight.
Absolutely, Josh. If we'd not said this, again, two undefeated teams, Southwestern on the road, Wayne County victory. I'm not sure how many people would have predicted that going into it.
Not many.
Particularly how that game went here at the reservation last year. Week 2 here at the reservation, victory over GRC 15-13 with the theatrics that Mr. McKinney already mentioned. This week, two undefeated teams. So stay with us, folks. This one's going to be a good one.
Knox Central averaging 24 points a game, giving up 23 points per game. 10th all-time meeting between Knox Central and Southwestern. KNOX. They won last year's meeting 22-7 at Central. And you referenced that right as we came on the air this evening. Warriors wanting a little payback after what happened last year. And going back, and if you've forgotten that football game, Southwestern was leading 7-0. That was probably one of the most comfortable 7-0 leads I've ever seen, because it's getting ready to be 14-0. It's getting ready to be 21-0. Could have easily done that, and it all changed when Austin Barnes got ejected from that football game. It was different from that point on.
It did, Josh. And what I remember about that, Mr. Barnes busted a touchdown run and really ran through a few people, and he was very excited about that. Maybe he was a little theatrical with it. Officials didn't like it. And then next runs right through a few more.
Officials changed the game.
Maybe eating some soup, as some of the big boys do on Sundays. And the officials just said, nuh-uh, and sent him out.
Not here.
And Josh and I both felt like that was unfortunate and not really deserved on Mr. Barnes' part. It definitely changed the outlook of that game. And so I'm sure Coach Foley has approached this game like he would any other game. But for us in the box, we remember last year and would love to get a little bit of revenge for that.
Absolutely. And for all my years at this, that was one of the worst, if not the worst, calls I'd ever seen. And that's not me being a homer. I mean, that's a kid being, energetic and doing what he did.
Yeah.
It completely changed the game. Completely changed the game.
But, Josh, I think you mentioned previously how that game possibly, was a springboard for what lied ahead.
That is true.
Barnes had to sit out the following game, which didn't bode well for Southwestern.
It did not.
However, it may have bottled up some of that emotion and maybe channeled some of the energy, because Mr. Barnes plays all out all the time. And obviously district champions on the road, 4 seed, you'll take it.
At that time, it was terrible at the time. It was absolutely awful at the time. But we were talking to Coach off air last week when it was all said and done, and we never asked Coach about that. But that set up the run that Southwestern went on with the leadership of Austin Barnes and Coach Foley saying, look, we love that energy. We just got to contain it and put it in the right spots. Without that happening, without Barnes getting kicked out at Knox Central last year, I don't think that run happens.
And as the old saying goes, some lessons are learned the hard way.
True.
And that may just be an example of that playing out in the real world on the football field.
That win for Knox Central last year snapped a 7-game series losing streak to the Warriors. The only other Knox Central victory came way back in 1993, Southwestern's first season. Here tonight, it is a battle of two 2-0 teams that are 2-0 by combined 5 points. 5 points. 5 points.
Amazing.
We're talking a touchdown.
Before we hear from Coach Foley, guys, because we have caught up with Coach Foley this week, I want to just announce something. Entrust Counseling and Buffalo Wings and Rings have partnered with Lake Cumberland Sports for a $25 gift card drawing at halftime. All you need to do is visit Entrust Healthcare Counseling Services Facebook page to enter now. I'm going to remind you a couple of times, but do that now. You can win $25 and have some of those fresh, never frozen burgers from Buffalo Wings and Rings. Now we're going to catch up with Coach Jason Foley on the Coach Foley Show. This is Michael Gregg with Lake Cumberland Sports. I'm sitting down with Coach Jason Foley. Coach Foley, congratulations on a big win last Friday here at home. Got your first home victory early this year, so congratulations on that. Hard-fought victory over GRC. Final score 15-13. Recap that game for us last week. I know it was a 6A school coming in. another talented running back after you faced arguably the best in the state week 1. Talk about your takeaways from your week 2 opponent.
Yes, well, I appreciate it. We were definitely happy to come out on top again as another really tight, close ball game, and give a lot of credit to GRC. They're a very good football team. We knew coming in that they were going to be a good team. Like you said, they're a 6A school. I think preseason, most people, expected them to win their district in 6A, and they had the Israel kid. Their quarterback was nice. Their tight end was nice, and they had, I think, most underrated part about them was their line of scrimmage was really good. And their defensive front gave us a little bit of problems throughout the game. But I was certainly happy. The game started off, it was pretty much tight from the get-go. Went all the way down to the wire. We missed a few opportunities to maybe score a couple more times, but just some mistakes that we have to clean up. But I was proud of our boys again. I think they showed a lot of grit and a lot of heart, and they've proven when their backs are against the wall, they know how to make plays.
And, Coach, you said backs against the wall. For those that didn't follow the game last Friday, GRC's driving the ball, has a 1st and goal from your 3-yard line, and it's really comes down to that. 1st and goal from the 3, and you mentioned Israel, very, very talented running back, had some success last week. Talk to me about that series of plays and the kids that stepped up, because taking that game after they played all game, a lot of your kids play both ways. How does your guys dig deep and stop that school 4 downs in a row from the 3?
Well, it did look a little bleak. You're on the 3-yard line, and you've got arguably a top 5 running back in the state, and you got to try to stop him 4 times. And so we knew our work was cut out. I did have some confidence, though, because I've seen our defense make those types of stops before. And, I definitely wasn't giving up hope at that point. But we really had some kids that just stepped up big time for us there and made some plays. Gideon Brainerd got some pressure there, made a couple big plays. On the tight end dump that they did, Tanner Wright was in coverage. He held him up just enough. Even though the kid initially caught the ball, but Roe Pennington come in and knocked it out. And so that was a huge play. And then on the final play, Mason Hibbard got enough on Israel there as he was sweeping around the edge and knocked him out of bounds and caused him to step out the 3. And it was just a tremendous job by our defensive front there, linebackers, just everybody really involved. And you can't ask any more of a defense to stop a team 4 times with a great running back and a great tight end and quarterback. So we was very proud of that. I think it was a huge stand for us. It was a big confidence booster and something that we can build momentum off of.
Absolutely. And Roe Pennington received our Modern Systems Defender of the Game. He's an active defender always, every game. But that pass deflection, if you will, or pop that ball loose out of that tight end really was a difference in that ball game. But another senior that we also didn't call maybe enough, Cody Harmon, has been key for your squad in these 2 early games. For a second here, Coach, talk to me about how pleased you are with your defensive unit in this early season.
Yeah, well, talking about Cody specifically there, Cody, unfortunately, he battled injury all year last year. He never got to play, got hurt actually in a GMPE class. And it just knocked him out for the season. And as a sophomore here, he had a big year. And so we knew that he could come out and do some good things. But he's looked great on both sides of the ball for us. Defensively, he's playing a lot of defensive end. You'll see him play a little bit of linebacker at times. And then on the offensive side, he's played that tight end and been a great blocking tight end for us. I know a couple of times we scored last week. It was his key blocks that got going. So definitely proud of him. As far as our defense goes, the first week, we ran into just, in my opinion, probably Mr. Football and Braden Sloan. And then the second week we come back with another really good team. I thought we made big improvements from week 1 to week 2 defensively. And it starts up front. You've got Dylan Asher and Jadon Washington and Cody Harmon. Those 3 have been great so far. And you got kids that come in behind them with Brody Perkins and John Poe and Jason Adams and some of those guys that fill in, as backups on that defensive front. And they've did a great job so far. With that. And then our linebackers, which was kind of the spot on defense that was a lot of unknown early in the year. Of course, Rowan Pennington locks that down. I mean, he's our leader out there, and he's doing a tremendous job as always. Gideon Brainerd's made some big plays, and Connor Crisp. But you also got some young kids with Nathan Vanover. Hagan Galloway's been playing well. And then young kids with Ben Coomer, Christian Kelly, those are all freshmen, sophomores with Kelly, Galloway, Coomer, and Vanover. And I'm very proud of the way they stepped up in a varsity role this year and playing. And then our secondary, you've got Ethan and Ian Ware, speedsters back there. They're getting better and better every week. They were out a whole year last year, and I think they're getting better each game. Mason Hibbard, which, he just can do it all for us. He's doing a great job. Josh Walden, and then Christian Walden, the brothers back there. They're doing a good job, both of them. Alex Farther, he hasn't got to play yet. He'll be a guy that you'll see back in the secondary too. And so I think overall, defensively, we've got a lot of guys contributing, and I think our defense is just going to get better and better, and I think you'll see that as the year progresses.
And you said offensively, you mentioned Mason Hibbard being an anchor in your defensive backfield. Mason Hibbard's pulled double duty early this season, being your QB1 after the injury to Chandler Crabtree. You got to be pleased with how that young man's come in and started his first 2 varsity starts and just did what needed to be done. So offensively, Coach, you got Tanner Wright, who is averaging right at 150 yards a game in this young season. He has scored, I think, 3 touchdowns on the season, and you've got Big Gid Brainerd, who has 4, all those coming against Wayne County. Connor Crisp brings a flashy element to the game as well. Had a lot of big runs there Friday night against GRC. Offensively, how you feel about your young season so far?
Well, talking about Mason Hibbard there at quarterback, this kid had played receiver most of his life, and even though we had repped him throughout the summer, he was kind of our backup early on, and then when Crabtree had an injury, Mason had to step in first game week, and I thought he managed the game really well that week. He made some mistakes, but he managed the game well. And then week 2, I thought he made big strides. His passing got much better. He made fewer mistakes, and he's winning this ball game. So I'm very proud of him and his leadership and the way he's stepping in. We talk about the line of scrimmage a lot. Those guys are young. They've got some things that they're working through, as far as just growing pains that we have to deal with. But I think they're getting better, and I think kind of like the linebackers on defense, you'll see our line of scrimmage get better all year. The running back, we knew that was going to be strong coming in. Tanner Wright has looked tremendous so far. Like you said, averaging 150 a game. He's just kind of doing it all with his speed and power. Power being the thing I think he's improved the most. Gideon's just a horse. He's a load, especially in second halves. And then Connor Crisp, even though Connor had to play a lot of defense the first couple games, and we've kind of tried to rest him some on offense, I think he's really proven to us the last couple of weeks that he can run the football. And so you'll see more and more of Connor going forward. He made some big runs last week. And then our receiver core, Hewitt, last week made a couple huge catches.
Yes, he did.
In key moments for us. He's long and tall, and he's just a sophomore. Justin Vaught, he plays that receiver spot, had a really good blocking game for us, and so did Ian Ware. They blocked really well on the perimeter. So offensively, I think we're figuring out what we can do and kind of what our identity is right now, and I think we'll progress in that aspect every week as well.
So, Coach, week 3 has you hosting again this week to Knox Central, a team that you traveled to last year and lost a game that was a tough one. And with Knox Central, they bring in another solid rushing attack, different than week 1 and week 2 opponents. They kind of spread the wealth back there in their backfield. On the season for Knox, they've got 2 backs, Seth Huff and Ethan Mills. Both of those young men are rushing over 30 times, so averaging 15 carries a game. They've scored 3 touchdowns apiece. What's your game plan to try to bottle up the rushing attack for Knox Central?
Well, Knox Central, you're right. They have a lot of returning players from last year's team. And if you kind of watch what they did throughout the season last year, they got better throughout the season. I know they caught us early in the year, and we come up a little short over there. But they played Wayne County and Corbin in district play last year and really was right with those 2 teams, which was regional contenders. And so they're a very good team. They're good up front. They're big up front. The Hoskin boys, that's the head coach's sons. They're tremendous players. You've got the 2 backs and Mills and Huff, who may not be as well known as a Sloan or Israel, but they're 2 really quality backs, and so they kind of present a different challenge in the fact that we've got to stop 2 of them this game compared to maybe just 1 in the first 2 games, and they're looking good early on. So our game plan. Obviously, we've got to try to contain, Huff and Mills. We've got to limit their rushing attack, make them throw the football. I think we've got speed on the perimeter that can match up well with them. But we've got to make sure we hold our own in the trenches because, that's kind of what there's their forte is in the trenches. And so we've got to make sure we hold our own in the trenches on the line of scrimmage. But overall, just got to try to stop the running game and make them throw the football.
So, Coach, sitting at 2-0, trying to go 3-0 here at home, want to give one final shout-out to our players of the week. Last week, our defensive player of the game, Rowan Pennington, brought by Modern Systems, and our offensive player of the game was much-deserved Tanner Wright, Somerset Community College offensive player of the game. Just 2 solid games for him back-to-back. Coach, I want to wish you luck as you prepare for Knox Central. Before we sign off here, injury report update. I know Chandler has missed the first 2 games, and you mentioned Alex Farler a couple times. Both of those are seniors that I think we might see this week.
Yeah, Chandler and Alex was both out the first 2 weeks. Nothing major, a little bit of hamstring issue with Alex Farler, and then Crabtree just a little bit of a knee hyperextension. They're both cleared to practice. They've been practicing, and we will dress them Friday night. We'll kind of see how the game goes and how much action. We don't want to throw them in too fast, but they're definitely 2 key cogs for us the rest of the season that we're happy to have back. As far as the rest of the team goes, Darian Guest, who plays some defensive line for us, he suffered a knee injury in practice, and we're unsure kind of right now what it's looking like for him. Other than that, we're pretty healthy, just a few nicks and bruises, but we're pretty healthy overall. I do want to say, we're having a senior recognition night tonight, Friday night, and we look forward to recognizing these seniors. They're a great group of kids. I think we've got 17 of them. They've really done a great job of leading our team this year, and just really looking forward to sending them off the right way here at home with senior recognition.
Coach Foley, I want to again just say thank you for taking time out of your day to sit down and chat with me. I really appreciate it. Good luck to you Friday night against Knox Central, as your team hopes to go 3-0, and then we're going to get geared up for district play. That's right. Let's hope we can get the win. I'd love to start off 3-0 and continue the winning at home here. And like you said, district play is coming up shortly, so we got to be ready. Coach, thank you. Good luck to you. Thank you.
The people of this great land are resilient and will get through this. And buying and selling is the real stimulus. Land and real estate are the premium investments, and they're not just making any more land. At Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we'll get you the most for your property with live, online, and multi-parcel auctions. Selling farms, homes, developments, and commercial properties for top dollar. Give us a call or online at FordBrothersInc.com.
Since 1988, Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. We want you to know that we are here for you and your family. Someone you can trust, someone you can count on, now and for the better days to come. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us or visit us online at toyotaofsomerset.com.
Welcome back, folks. I'm Michael Gregg alongside Josh McKinney. I want to remind everybody that Entrust Counseling and Buffalo Wings and Rings have partnered with Lake Cumberland Sports for a $25 gift card drawing that'll happen at halftime. All you need to do is visit Entrust Healthcare Counseling Service Facebook page to enter now. Do that now. We're going to do it at halftime, so can't win if you don't enter.
Absolutely. You absolutely cannot win if you don't enter. Get in and get entered. Chance to win. Southwestern versus Knox Central tonight. Both teams 2-0 coming into the evening. Southwestern, your starting lineups for Southwestern, led by junior quarterback number 5, Mason Hibbert, your halfback Connor Crisp, and Tanner Ryan. You will also see Gideon Brainerd and Ian Ware in the backfield for Southwestern. Your wide receivers, Justin Vaught and Caden Hewitt. You will also see Alex Farler in action tonight. Great to see Alex back in action tonight and Riley McBride as well, the tight end. You can see Gideon Brainerd pop up there. Roe Pennington as well up front, left to right for the blue and orange. Maddox Mink, Hayden Myers. The center is Tyler Russell, Dylan Asher, and John Poe. 3 seniors, 5 juniors, and 3 sophomores for Southwestern, offensively averaging 251 yards on the ground, 51 yards through the air for Southwestern. The Warriors led in defensive tackles by Roe Pennington. 23 tackles coming in to the night. Cody Harmon leading the team in sacks at 1.5 sacks as we enter the 3rd game of the season. Defensively for Southwestern, the nose guard is Jaden Washington. The ends are Cody Harmon and Dylan Asher. The linebacking core, Roe Pennington, Gideon Brainerd, Connor Christ, and Tanner Ride. The cornerbacks, Alex Farler and Josh Walden. And the free safety, Mason Hibbard and Ian Ware. Happy to report during pregame warm-ups, we saw number 10 back on the field, Chandler Crabtree, slated to go tonight. Maybe not on the offensive side, hopefully on the defensive side. And Michael Gregg, that is a great thing.
Absolutely. He's high energy. He's an impact player. So great to see him back on the field. And as you mentioned earlier, Alex Farler, a young man, senior, getting his first action on the season as well tonight. So Coach Foley has really talked about him and how he has the potential to be an impact player immediately for this club. So I'm excited to see those 2 seniors get the first crack at it tonight.
And as well as Southwestern has been playing, you add those 2 pieces to the puzzle. Yeah, boy.
Oh, yeah. You betcha. You betcha. Because as we stated earlier, 2-0, a lot of weapons in the Southwestern arsenal. And a lot of those players are juniors, as we said, too. And so cupboard is not bare at all here at the reservation.
Not at all. Knox Central, led by quarterback 1-4. That's Brady Worley, a senior. The halfback, number 5, Ethan Mills, and number 28, Seth Huff. Those 2 guys did most of the damage last year for Knox Central, and they will do the majority of the heavy lifting. Worley, though, he's got an arm, as we saw last year, and you'll see it on display here tonight. The wide receivers for Knox Central, Jacob Bernard, A. Brock, and Gavin Chadwell. The big guys up front for KNOX, Dylan Hoskins, Tanner Morris. Center is Bracken Castle. That is an all-name team. That is a Lake Cumberland Sports all-name team. Bracken Castle.
You betcha.
Logan Mahan and Larkin Absher. Knox Central averaging 293 on the ground, a $157 through the air coming in to tonight. Defensively for Knox Central, led by Michael Bays, 21 tackles coming into tonight's contest, 2 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks for Bays. Defensively, he's the main guy that makes him go defensively for Knox Central. Your ends will be Dylan Hoskins and Gavin Chadwell. The defensive tackles, Peyton Jordan and Larkin Abner. The linebacking core, Steve Parton and the aforementioned Michael Bays, a 5'11 senior. Outside linebacker, Devin Hoskins. The strong safety, Jacob Bernard. Cornerbacks, Jake Fisher and A. Brock. Free safety is Seth Tompkins. Southwestern and Knox Central get set to do the gridiron dance here this evening on senior night at the reservation. Your officials for this evening, the referee is George Renner, the umpire Darren Smith, the headline judge Todd Martin, the line judge is Dwight Scaff, and the back judge is Devin Taylor.
All right, and Josh, you introduced those Knox Central, the visitors. Name jumped out of the page at me, this number 18, Devin Hoskins, 6'6". So, I mean, you don't see a whole lot of 6'6" high school football players, a few basketball players. So, watch out for him, number 18 on the defensive side of the football. And worth noting, a lot of Knox Central players play both sides of the football. And so, if Southwestern can get that running attack and get that moving and get those Knox Central players a little winded, that may factor into the outcome of this one.
Mr. Gregg, I'm going to ask you a question that nobody has ever been able to answer, but I am going to pose it to you tonight. How do you teach 6'6"?
You can't.
No,
can't.
You can't.
No. I think that's
6'6".
You choose your mate wisely, and you hope your offspring is large. I think that's what you do.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. Well answered. Good job.
Yeah. You are watching the Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week on Lake Cumberland Sports. Buffalo Wings and Rings. Wings created your way, and always fresh, never frozen burgers. We are waiting Southwestern to hit the field. Fashion Report is brought to you by Magic Monograms. Magic Monograms is conveniently located off North Highway 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burger. Magic Monograms is the place for custom embroidery, screen printing, and so much more. They can put your designs on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook. Search Magic Monograms and Embroidery. The visiting Knox Central Panthers, they are wearing navy blue pants trimmed in gold, as you can see if you're watching this in video. White tops trimmed in blue. Looks like navy blue helmets with gold lettering on the helmets. Southwestern, who is coming out here, I'm going to hold and introduce them when they come. I've already seen them on. I'm sorry. Here they are in front of me. Big 4-0 on the Big Gid Brainerd. They are in the gray bottoms trimmed in orange and blue. Gray tops trimmed in orange again and blue. Orange helmets with the famous spear on each side of the helmet. So that is your fashion report brought to you by Magic Monograms.
Ask and ye shall receive.
The captains
and more cowbell.
The captains for Southwestern, Mason Hibbard, Gideon Brainerd, number 4, Roe Pennington, and number 44, defensive end. I'm drawing a blank on the young man's name. He's a senior.
Roe Flexington.
Not Roe. That is not Roe.
Cody Harmon.
Cody Harmon.
Sorry, I wasn't.
And I mentioned, I talked about Cody with Coach in the coach's show. Cody has been a factor.
He has.
Cody has been a very high-impact player. Glad to have that young man back on the field this year after having to sit out last year due to injury. He has been a candidate for our player of the game in both games. We'll see how that young man plays tonight because he is an impact player.
Knox Central will defer, and Southwestern will get it to start this one again. To take that thought about Cody Harmon even further, third on the team in tackles coming into the evening, 17 total tackles, 7 of those 17 for loss, and a team high 1.5 sacks for Cody Harmon coming into tonight's contest. He has been one of the surprises for this Southwestern ball club. Cloudy, 68 degrees, game time temperature. A beautiful night for high school football. We've said it each of the previous 2 weeks, and we'll say it again. It is an absolute pleasure, something that we do not take for granted, being with you each and every Friday night.
You betcha. And a big thank you to Don Franklin Somerset Family of Dealerships, Kentucky, for presenting tonight's coverage of high school football. Be sure to take advantage of the end of summer savings at any of their Somerset locations. Visit them on Facebook at Don Franklin Somerset Family of Dealerships. They treat you like family.
Where we'll drop back to his own 5. Jeremiah is on camera. Kevin Lloyd producing this evening. Thanks for joining us. Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week.
And Josh, this yellow lettering on the jerseys for Knox is going to be hard to see tonight.
Yeah, that bright yellow blends in with that day glow white. I mean, it is a crisp white. We will get through it, and thankfully we have young Mr. Jones on camera that we can count on to help us. As, again, Knox will send it away. Seth Huff takes it to the 25, up to the 30. 35, stutter step. That's crisp, up to around the 38-yard line before he's tackled. It'll be first and 10 for Southwestern, left to right for the blue and orange. Orange helmets, white face mask. The spear on either side for the blue and orange. Gray unis. The blue and oranges. Michael Gregg gave you the fashion report. I love Knox Central's flat black helmets. That gold Panther logo just gleams off those helmets. First and 10 for the Warriors, just underway. Thanks for settling in with us. At Cumberland Sports, be a pistol set for Southwestern. Trips to the left, one to the right, 4 hands in the dirt. As the handoff goes to right. He's got some running room up across the 40 to around the 43-yard line. More cowbell, please. 2nd and 6 for the Warriors. Also one of the best memes I've seen all year. How to fix 2020.
How's that?
More cowbell, please.
Okay. Well,
that's how you fix 2020.
We are going to get it tonight.
We absolutely are.
And you're going to get it at home, too, because you're here with us live.
A steady diet of cowbell. Warriors working the far visitor hash. 2nd and 6 just underway. 11:20 to go in the opening quarter. Back set for Southwestern this time as Crisp sweeping to the corner. He's got the corner. 45 midfield or more. Flag will fly. Crisp tripped up at around the Knox Central 43, but hold the phone. That will be a holding on Southwestern. That will bring the Warriors back. That will take Turner Realty Group first down off the board. Nice run for Crisp. Looking for the corner. He got it. And somebody got tagged for holding. On the back, the Warriors up to second. And 16.
Ball to 33.
The Warriors back, as Michael just mentioned. Might have heard him say back. They're on 33. The near home hash. Senior night, 17 Southwestern football seniors honored. Well, there's cheerleaders before this one. Backside other side. Everett, he'll hand it off to right. Looking for some running room. Not a whole lot there, but Tanner will turn it upfield to the 35. Bottom man off the pile will be a gentleman we talked about in the pregame show. Michael Bays, senior, does a whole heck of a lot for this Knox Central defense. Very active. So 3rd and long here for the Warriors after they had the first down, but the holding penalty brought it back, and it is no hiding. New big 6'6" man. Even Chadwell. Snap it up near side of the line, as you can see. We're looking to throw. 3rd and long, fires. That'll be complete up to around the 43-yard line as Chandler Crabtree makes the reception, as he will be slung out of bounds by Fisher. Not enough for the first down. Be 4th and long, 4th and about 6. Chandler Crabtree in uniform tonight. Great to have 1-0 back in uniform.
Absolutely.
Kind of saw the opposite of that last year, late in the season. Here comes the punting unit for Southwestern. 4th and 6, Southwestern from their own 43. And dropping back deep as Chris will lay the leg to it. Spiraling punt. Drops at the 20. Takes a friendly Southwestern hop inside the 15. And Donald Mosey inside the 10 to around the 7-yard line. 10:01 to go in the opening frame. Southwestern. Well, head out defensively. Knox Central, their first series of the evening. Scoreless on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. 2-2-0 teams battling it out here tonight. You'd like to have that holding call negated. Long way to go. We appreciate you joining us. We care Walk-In Clinic High School football. Worley out of the pistol. Mills will be behind him. 3-man front for the Warriors. Worley looking to throw. Fires over the middle. That'll be too tall as Worley tried to drop that one in the bucket into double coverage. Well defended by Southwestern Steve Parton, a Panther that Worley is trying to hook up with, is Hibbard and another Warrior giving chase defensively. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Knox from their own 7. Right to left for the Panthers. Brainerd coming on to blitz. Stutter step. Morley hit as he throws. That will be complete up to the 15-yard line, up to around the 17-yard line is Pennington and associates. Cody Harmon there as well. Brock gets the reception and got to move the chains for Knox Central. 9:47 to go. Pennington, Harmon, and associates.
Knox Central looking like they want to throw the ball tonight, Josh.
Yeah.
Soften up that Southwestern defense, but possibly.
And Worley out of the pistol. Ready for play whistles. And then an official timeout.
Josh, I just realized I neglected to do the keys of the game. We talked to Coach a lot in the pregame, doing the coach's show. So I feel like the keys to this game is going to be who controls the line of scrimmage, who's able to do that and get that rushing attack rolling, with both teams having kind of a prolific running game. I think that's going to be the keys, brought to you by White's Cabinets.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. First run of the night for Knox Central. Draw straight up the gut. It'll be a short gain by Mills. Kelly will come up and make the stop for the Warriors. We'll give him 3. 2nd down and 7-9 minutes to go opening quarter. First series of the evening for Knox. He deferred to the second half. Warriors first crack at it Had to boot it away. 2nd and 7. You got a pistol set. Man in motion, top side to the bottom side. Kelly picking him up defensively. Worley looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket near side. Fires back across his body. Man behind the defense. Caught it midfield. 40, 30, 20, 10. Nobody is going to get him. Touchdown, Knox Central. 8:32 to go in the opening quarter as they hit pay dirt from deep.
79 yards, Josh.
Woo. Hit him in stride. That receiver got behind the defense and took it to the house.
Yeah, not how you want to start this one if you're Southwestern.
Not at all.
But they are not about hanging their head. Going to regroup.
Fisher on the reception. Man, in stride at midfield.
Well, we said they look like they want to throw the ball and served them well early.
A heavy pass. 6-0 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Point after coming. It is up, and it is no good. As Huff will miss that one, and it remains 6-0 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
Just previously mentioned the keys to the game, and the keys to the game are brought to you by Whitest Cabinets. At Whitest Cabinets, they provide their customers with friendly service. They value your business, and it is their mission to provide reliable products and services. The courteous and professional team at Whitest Cabinet Design Center can turn your vision into reality. Visit the Whitest Cabinet Design Center on the corner of South 27 and Slate Branch Road to learn more about what they can do for you. And Henderson Chiropractic is committed to relieving your pain using the true principles of chiropractic care. Their caring, helpful team strives for excellence through extraordinary service and patient education. Dr. Henderson provides chiropractic care for injuries that occur during sports, auto accidents, work-related activities, or just everyday wear and tear. The experience you need for the results you want, that's Henderson Chiropractic.
Up flies Knox Central up for the kickoff.
6-0 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard after a 79-yard touchdown pass. Worley to Fisher. Man, that was pretty. Miscommunication in the secondary. He was too far behind the defense. Had at least step, maybe two, maybe more on his man. Turn from the 17, 25, 30. Stutter step. And again, 45-yard line. That's Ware. Ian Ware. As it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Field position, second series of the night for the blue and orange. They trail 6-0 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. 1st and 10 Warriors.
How do they respond, Josh?
Absolutely. We asked that question last week, and they responded.
Yes, they did.
We can see if that is the same answer we get this week. As Hewitt will split wide left. 2 big catches last week for Hewitt. Pistol set, handoff, Tanner Wright. Off left tackle, rumbling, stumbling up to around the midfield stripe. Decent gain for Tanner on 1st down. Give him 6, 2nd and 4 for the Warriors as they Knox Central 49, 8:08 to go, opening quarter. Knox Central striking first on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
So far tonight, Josh, I'm seeing single backs in the backfield.
Yeah.
Not really having that backfield loaded like we've seen in the past.
I'm sure we will before
I'm sure we will.
the night is over. A couple backs back there now with Hibbert. Either side of him. Handoff goes to Chris. Started up the gut, nothing there. He'll bounce it outside. 40, 35 to the 33-yard line. 1st down run and more. A Turner Realty Group 1st down for the Warriors. Good decision by Connor Christ. Looking up the middle, nothing there. Bounce it off the tackle for the 1st down tote.
Connor Crisp has that big play ability that we see week in, week out.
He absolutely does. Linebackers coming crashing back. Secondary come crashing in for Knox Central. Warriors driving. 1st and 10 from the Panther 35. Near home hash for the Warriors. 2 receivers stacked up here near side. 1 back left. Handoff right. Goes slightly off right tackle. Not a whole lot there for Tanner. 2nd and long for the Warriors. 7 minutes to go opening quarter. Tanner coming into tonight. 2 games, 38 attempts, 292 yards, 3 touchdowns, averaging $146 a game.
That young man has played very well 2 weeks into this season.
Absolutely, and if you followed our broadcast the last 2 weeks on audio, you can see what we've talked about the last 2 weeks is Tanner's upper body. He put in work during the offseason. That upper body has widened out.
I think all the defenders he's faced would second that.
Would concur, yeah. 2nd and 9. Hibbert looking to throw, led his man. Makes a move, makes the guy miss up to around the 30-yard line. That was the Southwestern receiver. Give that reception to Ian Ware. And that'll set up 3rd down and manageable. 3rd and about 5. Maybe a little bit longer. 6:15 to go in the first. 3rd down here for Southwestern. As dial up something here on 3rd down. Crabtree will split wide left. Chris as well. 2 back near sideline for Southwestern. Single back set with Hibbert in the backfield. 4-man front for the Panthers. Under 6 to go opening quarter. Tanner Wright straight up the gut. 1st down yardage and more. 7 rolling inside the 25. Give him inside the 20 as Southwestern rolls into the Rick Barker red zone for the first time tonight with another Turner Realty Group 1st down.
You betcha. You like how they're responding,
Absolutely.
Josh.
Keep it rolling. Don't let up.
Southwestern likes to run the football, and they do it well.
They absolutely do. 1st and 10 here for the Warriors. From the 17-yard line. Backside other side of Hibbert. Handoff Chris. Stutter steps in the backfield. Lets that hole develop in front of him. As we'll get 3, maybe 4. It'll be 2nd down and about 7 for the Warriors. It's been a steady diet of Wright and Crisp.
You betcha. That served them well.
Absolutely it has.
And we know we've talked. Hibbert has got some wheels on him, too. Now, you see him trotting on the field. He's not done a lot of running because they've not had a backup QB. Chandler Crabtree's back. Does that play in to the offensive toolbox?
And you saw Coach Foley start to do that a little bit more last week. Hibbert takes the handoff. He'll fire to the end zone. Puts one up into double coverage. That'll be leading this man too far. Near quarter of the end zone. He's trying to hook up with Hewitt. Incomplete 3rd and 7 for Southwestern. And Caden Hewitt last week, 2 receptions, tied with the team lead with Connor Chris, 56 yards. He's the team leader. And he got all of those last week against GRC. A couple big catches for the youngster.
Young man's got a bright future. Hibbert Jr., Hewitt, a sophomore, I think. So going to hook up a few times in their career here at the reservation.
Another 3rd down facing Southwestern here. 3rd 7 from the Panther 14. Tanner Wright looking for the edge. He'll shed a man. Tanner will turn it upfield to around the 10-yard line as he will be short by a good 2 yards. 4th and, well, he didn't get the spot that I thought he got, so it's going to be actually 4th and about 4. They're going to spot Tanner down.
But you saw that strength right there.
Yeah,
he broke
did.
that first tackle.
He did.
And
I thought he got to the 9. Officially going to spot him back at the 11, so it's a good 4th and 4 here for Southwestern. No man's land as the Warriors will send personnel on and off.
Harmon trotting on late.
Another Warrior coming on late as well. 4th and 4, and the Warriors jump. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes and a penny officially. As that will be on Knox Central, but you hear somebody saying, ho, ho, ho. Okay.
We've not heard an official call yet.
I haven't seen one either, no. I don't know exactly what it is. Down marker hadn't moved either, as the white hat will go converse with the line judge on the Knox Central side. Warriors coming to the line, but nowhere close to being ready. That'll be on Southwestern. It took us that long to get to that. That should not have taken that long. And the Southwestern Mamas getting on their boys. That'll back the Warriors up to 4th and 9. 4:01 to go opening quarter. Clock winding now, 6-0. Knox Central on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. 4th and 9 for the Warriors from the 16-yard line. Warriors looking to convert this 4th down. in the Rick Barker red zone. Looking to not let this drive stall out. The back to his left. Crisp comes in motion. Two receivers either side. Now another man comes in motion. That's Ethan Ware. Low snap. Hibbert puts it on the ground. Will fire toward the corner of the end zone as the receiver and the defender got tied up. And that was not pretty from the get-go as the drive for Southwestern will stall out as Hibbert trying to put it in that front left corner to Hewitt to let Hewitt climb the ladder, and he got kind of tangled up with his feet and then got tangled up with the defender as well, and probably a good no call on that one.
Solid offensive drive, just stalls out there in the Rick Barker red zone. No points. How they respond defensively here. You don't want to let Knox get up on you a couple scores. And as you saw that ball that Worley throws, Worley's got an arm.
Yes, he does. He absolutely does. 1st and 10 for Knox Central from their own 16-yard line. Worley fakes the handoff, pump fakes. Under pressure, flushed out of the pocket by Harmon. Worley looking downfield. A flag will fly behind the play as Worley turns it upfield and gets to around the 20-yard line, but let them sort it out.
Neighborhood of a hold, it would appear.
You would think so. A rash of penalties in this opening quarter, and that will be on Knox Central, and that will back them up. 3:12 to go. 6-0. Knox Central on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Southwestern's second series of the night. Turned over on downs. Their first was a punt. Knox Central's first series, 79-yard touchdown pass.
Ouch. Yeah, ouch.
Pay dirt, baby. First and long for Knox Central. First back to Barberville. And the Warriors jump.
We're going to play hokey pokey on the penalty.
Well, yeah, we are so far in this opening quarter, and I hope this does not continue for 3 more. This could be a long night for everybody.
A couple pretty clean games played to this point.
Got to get 5 of them back. 1st and 15 as that's a draw play straight up the gut as Mills makes the first set of 6 guys miss. Somehow he squirts loose. The Warriors thought he was dead in the water, and officials didn't blow the whistle, and Mills kept rolling, and he turned a 1st and about 15 into sure disaster. He makes that 2nd and about 7.
I've got to be honest, I thought the play was over as well.
I thought it was too. Officials did not blow the whistle, and you have to play until those whistles blow.
Yes, sir.
Those whistles blow.
Lesson learned.
Absolutely. 3-man front for the Warriors. Worley out of the pistol. He will hand it off, and immediately, as he hands it off, puts it into the belly of Mills, he loses his footing. It's a misty day most of the day, raining much of the day.
Christian Kelly on the stop there, Josh.
Not raining right now, and Kelly, opportunistic. I'll be honest with you, Kelly was going to get Mills anyway because Kelly timed it perfectly coming off his edge.
Kelly could almost have taken the handoff.
He was close to it.
He was. Excellent play by that young kid.
3rd and 7. It's the defense.
Sophomore.
Looking to get the football back for their offense and stymie what is a fairly potent Knox Central offense, averaging 293 on the ground, 157 through the air. Worley again out of the pistol. Chris coming on the blitz. He'll be picked up. Worley flushed out of the pocket. Rolling right. Fires downfield. Led his man too far. His man politicking. And a flag will fly from a judge that was, or a man behind the play that was 30 yards downfield.
Yeah. Don't take our word for it. You can watch it.
30 yards downfield. And the guy 5 yards from him doesn't throw. I understand that it might not be his call. That was a little bit of politicking by the receiver. And Southwestern's going to get the negative end of that one.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. Wow. What does politicking get you? In this case, a 1st down. Wow.
In the game of football, you'll take it how you can get it.
Absolutely.
Got to be disappointing, though, if you're Southwestern.
Oh, yeah.
You had them pinned, positioned to get the ball back. 1st down.
Throw was too strong, too high. And yeah, that's frustrating. Got to do it again, though. Handoff straight up the gut. Mills. He will bust loose midfield stripe and more down the far sideline to the 20, to the 10, ridden down by Hibbard from behind. 5-on-5. The Warrior defense a little shell-shocked right now as Knox Central setting first and goal from the 5.
64-yard gain on that carry by Mills.
Big tote by Mills.
Kudos to Hibbard for chasing the young man down.
He can boogie.
Can the Southwestern defense stand tall right here?
And that's just a draw play. That's simple, straight up the gut. And that's, wow. Yes, Mills will get it again. He got the bulk of the yards. He'll get a couple more there, inching Knox Central a little closer as the Panthers into the Rick Barker red zone. They ran through it last time. 45 seconds to go. Knox Central getting ready to go up by multiple scores.
Early in this one.
Wow. This is something we have not seen this Southwestern team had to face. Haven't had to face this.
I don't know if they've seen the balanced offensive attack yet. Knox, we've got a wide open receiver out here on the.
As they go back to Mills. Trying to go in the tackles. Warriors up front. Had it shut down. 3rd and goal. 10 seconds to go in the opening quarter. That should be all she wrote in the opening quarter. 6-0. Knox Central on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. We are through one.
Skip Cottrell's Tire Pros offers a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties and a hassle-free experience. Did you know Skip Cottrell's makes automotive services easy with their online appointment booking as well as special financing available? Let Skip Cottrell's Tire Pros get you back to when being on the move was carefree. Skip Cottrell's Tire Pros, hassle-free guaranteed. To find out more, visit us in-store at 4285 South Highway 27 in Somerset or online at skipstirepros.com. And Entrust Counseling and Buffalo Wings and Rings have partnered with Lake Cumberland Sports for a $25 gift card drawing at halftime. All you need to do is visit Entrust Healthcare Counseling Services Facebook page and enter now. Do that now so you can win that $25 gift card to Buffalo Wings and Rings. And stay with us at the conclusion of tonight's game for the Alton Blakely Family of Dealerships post-game show. At Alton Blakely Auto Outlet, they have used cars too, Josh. They have a 2016 Toyota Sienna XLE, leather, heated seats, sunroof, and a backup camera. Stop in at Alton Blakely Auto Outlet to check that out today.
Absolutely. And speaking of halftime, coming up at the half, we will take you to the archives. Take you back to Southwestern's victory over Knox Central back September 5th, 2015. That game at Clay County in the Appalachian Bowl. 6-0 as we start second on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Knox Central with the lead, and they are threatening 3rd and goal from the 3. Left to right now for Knox Central as they will have split backs behind Worley. Worley hands up under center, first time tonight. Huff and Mills. Handoff Mills tries to go off left tackle, and he is absolutely stone denied by a young man who has played extremely well in the opening half of this one. Bringing Christian Kelly, 4th and goal from the 3. Decision time for Knox Central. On occasions, they're going to go for it. 4th and goal from the 3.
We've seen this script before, Josh.
We have indeed. 11:30 to go. Worley hands up under center. I don't know what Worley's doing to kind of get Southwestern to jump early. That'll be on Southwestern. That'll be 4th and goal from 1.5.
Brainerd coming out, big 51, trotting in for Southwestern.
Matthew Loy. 4th and goal from inside the 2. Knox Central still going for it. Warrior defense looking to keep him out of that end zone. Worley hands up under center. Split backs behind him. Handoff to Huff. Second effort. We'll get him in. As he got hit, as he got to the line. Second effort. We'll get him in. Touchdown, Knox Central. As they Push the lead to 12-0 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. This place goes quiet. 1-yard touchdown run by Huff. That one coming.
Doesn't look like they're going to kick this one.
Missed the point after last time. Makes sense. Knox will go for 2 to try to push it to 14-0. Worley hands up under center. Same set. Worley looking to throw out of it this time. Fires, and that will be picked off by Kelly. So that 2-point conversion fails. 12-0, 11-12 to go second quarter. Warriors down by multiple scores for the first time this season here at the hands of Knox Central on senior night. Didn't see this coming.
No, you didn't. Not the way you want to start this one if you are Southwestern. Ford Brothers Auctioneers, a proud sponsor of local high school sports. Whether you are selling a family estate, private or commercial real estate, equipment, or personal property, they've got you covered. Ford Brothers Auctioneers is recognized statewide and nationally as one of the leaders in the auction industry. Whether it's live on-site, online, or a combination of both, you can count on Ford Brothers Auctioneers to deliver top-quality organization advice and results for you. Visit them online at FordBrothersInc.com. Ford Brothers Auctioneers, selling the country since 1965. We'll tell you again, folks, Entrust Counseling and Buffalo Wings and Rings have partnered with us for a $25 gift card drawing at halftime.
25.
All you need to do is visit Entrust Healthcare Counseling Services on their Facebook page and enter now. Do it now. Can't win if you don't enter.
Yep, exactly right.
25.
$25.
Fresh, never frozen burgers at Buffalo Wings and Rings.
The absolute best. And Ware back to receive the kick. Warriors trail 12-0 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Warriors got to get it going. Knox sends it away. Spot kick. Will fall inside the 30. 26. Back to the 30. 35. 40-yard line. And bopped around and taken out of bounds by Huff. Goes to the Knox Central sideline, thumping that chest as Crisp on the return for Southwestern. 1st and 10 for the blue and orange. 11:03 to go, second quarter. Right to left for the Warriors. University facing Southwestern here on senior night.
I was just going to say that, Josh. Senior night, not the start you want.
Not at all.
But this club hasn't, I don't think they have the word quit in their vocabulary. So I hope that you get to see the same type of performance we've seen the last 2 weeks. You're getting to watch video tonight, so I know the Southwestern Warriors want to impress their fans.
Third series of the night for Southwestern, 0 for 2 so far. But turnover on downs. Wishbone set. Handoff. Crisp sheds a guy in the backfield, still turning those legs to around the 47-yard line. Got a bunch on first down. Coming off the bottom of the pile for Knox Central. The Peyton Jordan, 2nd and 2, a gain of 8. Crisp, you mentioned it earlier, hadn't seen that powerhouse wishbone set. Well, time to go to it.
Yeah, got to crack that scoreboard here in the first half. You do not want to go to halftime down double digits.
And it's all about a numbers game with that wishbone set, with that full house backfield, wherever you want to call it. 3 backs back there. Hubbard. Hands up under center. Gideon Brainerd, the tough yardage for Gid. Gets across the 50 to the Knox Central 49. And Turner Realty Group, first down. Of course, Gideon Brainerd, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5 touchdowns in the season opener against Wayne County.
Good way to start a season.
Not too shabby. Held in check last week. His first toad of the night is the first down for Southwestern.
Just so you know, Coach says when Gid tilts that head back, he gone. So if you see that.
Hopefully we get to see that tonight so you can see video evidence of it. It's a thing of beauty. Pitch goes to right. Sweeping far sideline. Lowers his head and steamrolls a couple Panthers as he gets up
power
to around the 40-yard line. That's all just brute strength as Wright laying the lumber to big 6'6" man for Knox Central. And love to see what you saw between those two guys. Big collision between offensive player and defensive player, and Hoskins and Wright. Little pleasantries.
Oh, yeah.
Slapping each other on their shoulder pads. First down for the Warriors.
Another Turner Realty Group first down there for Wright. You got to see the power we were talking about earlier. Young man's got some strength.
And that exchange is what is so right about high school sports.
Absolutely.
First and 10 Warriors as the drive rolls on. Wishbone set. Hibbert dropped it on the deck, but turning disaster into something as Hibbert will pick it up quickly. Scoot upfield for what could have been a turnover. He'll turn it into a gain of 4. 2nd and 6.
Quick thinking there by one Mason Hibbert.
Absolutely. And again, quarterback is not his natural position. You really wouldn't know it.
Excellent receiver.
Mm-hmm. You know, you and I talking about him before we went on the air tonight. Only really seen him maybe 2 ill-advised plays. You know?
He's done excellent in his debut at QB1 here for the Warriors.
Absolutely. Brainerd comes in motion. On the near side, Hibbert will pitch to Wright. Gets the block in the backfield. Wright near sideline. 30. Still on his feet up to around the 25-yard line. Another Turner Realty Group first down. The Warriors are rolling. And that boom set. 1st and 10 Warriors. Home folks are lively.
We talked about Wright's power. You got to see the speed right there. He's got the whole package.
He absolutely does. If you're wondering, I thought he wore 22 last year. He did.
He did.
He absolutely did. Changed to number 7. Back to that power. Bone set. As Warrior back will be denied in the backfield. Crisp. Nope, check that. That will be Ethan Ware on the carry. Ware shot up through there like a rocket and ran into a couple of Knox Central Panthers awaiting him. Market Abner, one of those. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Clock winds under 8 minutes to go in the opening half. 12-0 Knox Central. Warriors have work to do. Hibbert takes the snap. He will pitch to Wright. Sweeping right side. Looking for it developing. Got shot down as he got to the line of scrimmage. Looking to get to the corner. And he was denied by Seth Tompkins. That is a beautiful open field tackle.
Exactly what I was going to say. It's just an excellent high school football tackle right there. Textbook.
My goodness. You'll check out Crabtree checking in on passing situation here. 3rd and long. 3rd and 12. Actually, let's say 3rd and 11 as Wright got one back. Man, that was pretty open field tackle.
Here they are knocking on the door of the Rick Marker red zone.
Again.
Stalling a little bit here, Josh.
Seen that a couple times now. Saw that on their last drive. And whistles.
Timeout.
As Knox Central will take that United Cumberland Bank timeout. 7:06 to go, 2nd quarter.
Keeping stats and the correct score is important to players, coaches, and fans, and the same can be said about keeping your taxes and finances in order. For over 26 years, Randall D. Turpin CPA has been doing just that. If accounting is not your thing, then let the pros at Randall D. Turpin CPA do it for you. Proud sponsor of the Randall D. Turpin Scoreboard, located on Parkers Mill Road in Somerset. And in real estate, working with the right people matters. Barry Turner, broker and co-owner at Turner Realty Groups, knows the ropes. Over the years, Turner Realty Group has developed excellent relationships with their clients. See for yourself on their Zillow profile, with more reviews than anyone else in the Lake Cumberland region. Turner Realty Group is just off Highway 27 between lots 21 and 22. Call 679-SOLD or go online at shopsomersethomes.com. And I would be remiss if I did not say, as we have not hit halftime yet, Entrust Counseling and Buffalo Wings and Rings have partnered with Lake Cumberland Sports to provide a $25 gift card drawing at halftime. All you need to do is visit Entrust Healthcare Counseling Services Facebook page to enter now.
Get in on this, friends. Get in on this. 3rd and 11 for Southwestern. 7:06 to go, 2nd quarter. Warriors 12-0 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Hibbert hands up under center, strong side of the line to the left. Handoff to Crisp, straight up the gut. On 3rd and long, the Warriors power play, straight up the gut. 4-down territory, obviously. The line of thinking there. Foley's boys, Coach Jason Foley. 4th and long. 4th and we'll call it 7 for Southwestern from the Knox Central 24. Warriors working that far. Visitor hash, right to left here at the reservation. Away from the field house, if you know the lay of the land. Another 4th down facing Southwestern. They had one on the opposite end of the field. Knocking on the end zone door here. They need the 1st down to keep the drive alive. Trailing by 12. Hibbert Hands up under center once again. Knox Central jumping around. Hibbert looking to throw, looking this side. Fires a pretty ball. Got to be caught at the 5-yard line. Big pitch and catch. Hibbert to Ian Ware. First and goal, Southwestern, as the Warriors enter the Rick Barker red zone. That was a pretty ball from 5-2.
Excellent catch by Mr. Ware. He stopped, came back, got the ball, set up a first and goal. And Southwestern, they run the ball, love to run the ball. This is prime time. Got to close this out, Josh.
Prime time.
Got to close it.
Prime time. First and goal for the Warriors from the 5 near home hash. 5:55 to go. Warriors trying to chip away at it. Strong side of the line to the right. Handoff, Tanner Rye. So he'll get a yard before he's just absolutely shut down and swallowed up by Logan Mahan. Mahan is a big human being. Second and goal from the 4. Clock winds as we approach halftime. Knox Central with a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown. Second and goal from the 4. Warriors in the Rick Barker red zone. Power set. Gideon Brainerd churning those legs. Yes, he will not get there. Gid will get a couple. As he will inch the Warriors a little bit closer.
This is definitely Gideon Brainerd territory.
It is. I see Brainerd signaling to the sideline. Coach Foley giving it that.
Yeah, one more time.
Run
it
again.
Coach. One more time.
Run it again.
I got you. I got this.
Run it again. Does 4-0 get fed again?
But now don't look for the head to tilt back. Not enough room for that.
Oh, no. That's sport mode. Hibbert hands up under center. As Knox Central will burn another timeout. United Cumberland Bank timeout. UCBTO.
Banking is easier at United Cumberland Bank. ATM deposits, instant issue debit cards, and a mobile app that gives you full control are just a few reasons why more Pulaski Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC. And Southwestern is firmly planted inside the Rick Barker red zone. Rick Barker and Godby Realty and Auction, names you know, names you can trust. Real estate and auction services for farm, commercial, residential, and personal. Godby Realty and Auction has 49 years experience in the real estate and auction business, and we are ready to put that to work for you. Go online at godbyrealty.com for more information. And because I like you so much, I'm going to do it one more time.
Lay it on us.
Entrust Counseling in Buffalo, Wings and Rings, have partnered with Lake Cumberland Sports.
Get it.
For a $25 gift card drawing at halftime. All you need to do is visit Entrust Healthcare Counseling Services Facebook page and enter now.
Get it.
And if you win, I would be willing to join you for a burger. They are great. They are excellent.
I will most graciously join you.
And Mr. McKinney will as well.
Absolutely.
And you usually have to pay for the privilege to hang out with Mr. McKinney. So you heard it here, folks.
I don't know about that.
He's made the offer. Take him up on it.
It will be third and goal from the 2. Bone set behind Hibbert. Brainerd, right, and Crisp. Hibbert takes the snap, hands it off into the end zone. Connor Crisp with a touchdown for Southwestern. Citizens National Bank touchdown, and the Warriors are on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. A 2-yard touchdown tote by Connor Crisp.
They needed that one.
Absolutely.
Exclamation point on that. It looks like they are going to attempt a 2-point conversion here, Josh. We've seen a little bit of both. Mr. Caleb Moore came on and kicked the ball last week and did a really good job. We had some confusion on that young man's name, so I want to clarify that. Caleb Moore was our kicker last week.
That is exactly right. The Warriors have had good success. Brainerd lines up. Wildcat set. Brainerd Stone will not be denied. Stoned up the gut. I'm just going to bounce off of you because I'm Gideon Too Strong Brainerd. 2-point conversion good. 12-8. Warriors clawing back into it.
Brad Carroll and all the staff at CC's Furniture are proud supporters of all the local football teams in our Lake Cumberland area. It is our hope here at CC's Furniture that all the coaches and all the student athletes have successful and injury-free seasons. Come visit us at CC's Furniture, where we'll be glad to help you with all your home furnishing needs. Go Teams. And at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be bringing you the Alton Blakely Family Dealerships postgame show. Alton Blakely not only sells quality new vehicles, they have used vehicles as well. On their lot right now is a 2017 GMC Acadia SLT, all-wheel drive, leather, navigation, Bose sound system, and a lifetime powertrain protection. So check that out at Alton Blakely Auto Outlet. Josh, been a dandy thus far.
So far.
Glad to see Southwestern claw back and scratch that scoreboard before halftime.
That was big.
Defensively, with 4:31 left on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard, can they keep it here or even close that gap before halftime?
And that score offensively inches you closer and two and injects some energy into your defense, who has been on the field a whole heck of a lot here in the opening half.
Mr. Caleb Moore kicking off. We just mentioned that young man's name.
4-6 will lay the leg to it. Drop at the 16. Back to the 20, 25. Stutter step up to the 30-yard line. Give him the 31. 1st and 10. Knox Central as Huff will be on the return. Tackle for Southwestern will be made by Childress. 4:25 to go. Second quarter, 12-8 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. As Worley and the Panthers trot out their third series of the evening. They are perfect. 2 for 2, 2 TDs.
All these players both ways, though.
Yeah.
And so I hope, to start to wear the legs out a little bit.
4-man front for the Warriors. Worley fakes, fires, throws, bobbled, and dropped as Kelly almost picked it off the blade tops here at the reservation. As it was a quick hitter that could have been disaster for Knox Central.
Yeah, and you've mentioned Christian Kelly a couple times, that young man making a case for modern systems defender of the game.
Absolutely. Clock stop with 4:19 to go. Second quarter. And thanks for joining us. Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week. Pistol set for the Panthers. Handoff goes to the running back. Gideon Brainerd says, "Come here!" Brainerd had him by the shoulder pads and wouldn't let him go. He didn't have the advantage on it. Kelly, Pennington, Asher, Harmon, and Associates hats to the football. 3rd and 9, under 4 minutes to go. Absolutely. Warrior parents saying, "Good job, D." You saw that on video as Mills trying to run right at Brainerd. And, yeah, Brainerd's got those tree trunk legs, and he's got those big paws. That
country strong.
He ain't going to let you go.
Yeah, big third down, favorable third down. Don't want a penalty here.
No, you don't. As Worley operates out of the pistols. Uncle Greg mentioned 3rd and 9. Worley looking to throw, all-out blitz coming after him, and he will dump it off, wrapped up, and dropped as Washington, coming from his nose guard spot, will go get that running back. How about being a fleet of foot by Mr. Washington? Go get him, Big Daddy. My goodness. Jaden Washington, a junior.
He wanted that one.
He can go get him. 4th and long. Big defensive stand, interjecting life into that Southwestern defense that's been on the field a lot. Warriors will get it back with under 3 to go, second quarter.
And viewers, Mason Hibbard returns punts. He's also QB1. You don't see that a lot.
You don't. He also sells popcorn from time to time. Warriors coming after it. Booming punt. Holy cow. As that sailed over Hibbard's head, he will go get it inside his own 20. Stutter step, 25. Lets it develop, 30. He will scamper out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That was a freaking moonshot.
That was a heck of a kick.
Jeez. Talking about flopping the field, Knox Central did just that. The Warriors have life. They trail 12-8, 2:38 to go, second quarter. Warriors with a chance to get one late here in the opening half.
They got a spot at the 35, Josh?
Yes, sir. That's where Hibbert avoided the contact. Wise decision by your return man and QB1. Southwestern's defense will keep Knox Central out of the end zone for their first series of the night. TD, punt.
And with 2:30 on the clock, can Southwestern cut into that lead and take the lead themselves?
Fourth series of the night for the blue and orange. 2:38 to go in the second. Hibbert out of the gun. He will hand it off to his running back. It's driven backwards from the pile as Tanner Right on the toe. And a short gainer for Tanner before he's flung backwards, as you saw. Jordan will make the stop officially for Knox Central. Clockwise 2.5 to go as whistles.
Gave him a couple yards on that carry before he went backwards.
Not sure what the whistles are for. Did I miss a flag?
We got a pause in the action here. I'd like to say happy birthday to one Nick Hibbard, Mr. Mason Hibbard's father, who's also a photographer here in Lake Cumberland Sports, one of our own. Happy birthday, Nick Hibbard.
Had that on my roster. Happy birthday, Nick. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nick Hibbard.
Happy
birthday to you. I know his day is made now. I don't know what the pause in the action is, honestly.
I don't know.
Officials had a conference for something.
We're back at it.
Let's roll. 2nd and 8, clockwise, approaching 2 minutes to go. Hibbard out of the gun. He will hand it off to Crisp. Sweeping right side, cuts it back inside. Spin move will get him one, maybe two more before he stood up and tackled by a gang of Knox Central tacklers. Dylan Hoskins, first guy to the football. Third at about 4 for Southwestern here, under 2 minutes to go.
Big down.
Absolutely it is. You do not want to give it back to Knox Central. Most importantly, you want to keep the drive going. 3rd and 4. Hibbard out of the gun and back to his left. Hibbard looking to throw. Good protection. Looking. He'll fire in the flat. Running to get it. Tanner Wright. I have no idea how Wright went to get it. When Hibbard let that go, I'm thinking that's at least 2 yards too far. Tanner Wright getting a little extra juice.
He dropped
going
it right,
to get it.
Right in the bread basket.
Boy, he did. So much for what I thought. I'm like, oh, no way. Tanner Wright said, yes way. First down. A Turner Realty Group first down. Oh, that was pretty.
It was pretty.
Way to lead him. Young Hibby. 1st and 10.
And here we go.
As Hibbert, quarterback keeper. Made a man miss. 45. And stepped out of bounds. Yep, saw him at the 39-yard line. Another Turner Realty Group first down. And that's not a bad decision because that stopped the clock with 1:10 to go. Hibbert could have got some more.
And
but
that's the element of the game that we talked
Absolutely.
about earlier that Hibbert brings to the table that we've not seen a lot of, but he has it in the repertoire.
You have been begging for that.
I have been.
1st and 10, and you got a dose of it there. Glad Coach Foley can make you happy.
Mr. Hibbert has some wheels.
He does. He can boogie. As we saw, tracking down Mills from behind earlier to save a touchdown at the time. 1st and 10 Warriors from the Panther 39. Tanner Wright makes the guy miss. Bust loose at the 30. 20. Stiff arm.
No,
give him the 10. Rumbling inside the 10. Stiff arm for some more. 1st and goal Southwestern as they are back. And the Rick Barker red zone. And you see Knox Central, that defense, hands on hips, they are spent with 64 seconds to go.
And did we tell you there was theatrics with this Southwestern ball club?
Coach Foley is good for ratings.
We are glad you're here to join us to see it. We've been seeing it for about the last year or more, Josh. Glad to get to share it with you, folks.
They were dead in the opening quarter. Yep. Somebody in between the 1st and 2nd broke out the smelling salts, and it's 1st and goal from the Warriors from the 9. Hibbard out of the gun. He will keep it himself. And nothing there as Hibbard will scamper out of bounds. As he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No dice there. Straight up a minute to go. Here in the opening half, Warriors with the chance to tie or take the lead. As they will send in the jumbo package.
Minute left.
Brody Perkins, Cody Harmon will be checking in at a couple of tight end spots. 12-8. Knox Central on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. We got another half to go.
Loving every minute of it.
Absolutely. Pistol set for the Warriors. Single receivers either side. Hibbert hands it off to Wright. Off left tackle. Rumbling inside the 5 to around the 4-yard line. As he'll be wrapped up and dropped by Jake Nard. Another Panther is whistles. And the Warriors will take a UCBTO, that is a United Cumberland Bank. Timeout with 47 seconds left.
Since 1979, Modern Systems has been defending communities all across Kentucky, and they are proud to be part of the communities they serve, committing time and sponsorships to numerous charities like Project 5810, Relay for Life, March of Dimes, Heart Walk, local school programs, and many more. Modern Systems, your neighbors and your friends, and they work 24/7 to protect the things that matter most to you. From homes to businesses to schools and churches, let Modern Systems be your trusted name and security. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we will be naming a Modern Systems Defender of the game. Stick around for that. We have one more chance because we've got less than a minute. Remember, Entrust Counseling and Buffalo Wings and Rings have partnered with us for a $25 gift card drawing at halftime. All you need to do is visit Entrust Healthcare Counseling Services, tell them I sent you, their Facebook page, and enter now. Enter now. Entrust Counseling Services Facebook page, $25 gift card to Buffalo Wings and Rings.
You will eat well, I promise. 3rd and goal from the 5 for Southwestern. Knox Central got up 12-0, and the Warriors looking for back-to-back scores here in the 2nd. 3rd and goal. Blown set. Behind Hibbert. Drop the football. That is it. Twice tonight that we have seen that exchange between Hibbert and the center not be there. And thankfully for a second time tonight, Hibbert able to corral it. It's just something between the exchange between Russell and Hibbert. That'll make it 4th and goal. Clock winding with 24 seconds to go. No gain on that one. Hibbert out of the shotgun by his lonesome. Whistles, and Coach Foley will take another United Cumberland Bank timeout with 16.7 seconds left.
You are watching the Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week on Lake Cumberland Sports. Buffalo Wings and Rings. A wing created your way, and always fresh, never frozen burgers. Don't feel great and just can't wait? Well, Quick Care is open late. Just walk in at their clinic in Mid Park West, just off Bogle Street, behind the hospital. Hours are 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays and 10 to 3 on Saturdays. No appointments necessary for accidents, ailments, chronic conditions, as well as health services like sports physicals, flu shots, and health screenings. They accept most major health insurance plans, and they can bill the insurance companies directly. Quick Care Walk-In Clinic at Med Park West.
And Coach Foley stepping out of the huddle there for a second, looking down toward the officials or where the football was resting, one or the other, and then just all came back to that huddle. Not sure what Coach was looking at, but it's really instructing his Warriors. 4th and goal from the 5. 16.7 seconds left. Warriors deep in the Rick Barker red zone. First here series of the night for the Warriors. A punt, turnover on downs. Their 3rd series, touchdown. This is their 4th. Knox Central, touchdown, punt. Possessions at a premium in the opening half. 4th and goal from the 5. 16.7 seconds left. Warriors trying to tie it up and take the lead on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. So it will be Brainerd and Wright in the backfield as they're missing Crisp out of the timeout. You don't like to see that. Crisp getting on late. Power set. Hibbert drops the football again. He will pick it up and run. Made a man miss. Touchdown! Mason Hibbert. That'll work. Break out the Maylocks. Warriors are living dangerously. Flags will fly. Oh, man. And that was moisture. You can feel the moisture in the air.
So what's our flag, Josh?
I have no clue. As I was watching Hibbert come around left tackle, and I'm afraid it'll probably be a hold, but we shall see. We get the call from the white hat, George Renner. Pause for a dramatic effect. Back the Warriors up. I missed his indication. Another back the Warriors up, 11.9. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Was that during the play, before the play?
I missed it, Josh.
Oh, you can hear the Warrior Mama's not happy. Take the points off the board. 4th and goal from the 20 now. What was that? I mean,
Was not in Southwestern's favor. That much we can say. Hibbard making something out of nothing right there, but then something else happened that we didn't see.
Yeah. 4th and goal. You got to do it again. Hibbard out of the gun. Degree of difficulty. Pretty deep this time. Hibbard looking to throw. Going to fire one towards the end zone. That will be in and out of the hands of his intended target as Hibbard looking to hook up with Riley McBride, and that'll turn it over on downs with 4.5 seconds to go. I'm looking for flags. I don't see one.
There's one.
Central football, and that'll be late, and that will be on Southwestern because that will be on the line judge, from the line judge. Obviously, someone not happy with the previous play. Oh, sideline warning. If there is a more useless call in the arsenal, it is that one. Sideline warning.
Well, we anticipate probably a kneel here and going to halftime down
And
12-8.
Anticlimactic way to end the opening half. But it has been interesting.
As usually Southwestern Warrior football is.
Indeed. 12-8, a low-scoring affair. It's Worley will hands up under center, and he will drop to a knee, and that will put us at intermission, 12-8, as Southwestern finds themselves trailing at the half. The Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. George Rogers Clark, Southwestern's opponent last week. Warriors winning that one. Knox Central defeated Bourbon County last week. Both of those tie contests. We've got another tight one here tonight, 12-8 at intermission on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
The people of this great land are resilient and will get through this. And buying and selling is the real stimulus. Land and real estate are the premium investments, and they're not just making any more land. At Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we'll get you the most for your property with live, online, and multi-parcel auctions. Selling farms, homes, developments, and commercial properties for top dollar. Give us a call or online at FordBrothersInc.com.
Since 1988, Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. We want you to know that we are here for you and your family. Someone you can trust, someone you can count on, now and for the better days to come. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us or visit us online at toyotaofsomerset.com.
12-8 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Knox Central leading Southwestern. Both teams 2-0 coming into the evening. And Knox Central got up 6-0 at the end of one. And the Warriors come back in the second quarter. And again, an anticlimactic end to the opening half, 12-8 at the half. Still anybody's contest in this one here tonight. Third game of the season for both teams. 10th meeting between the two. Southwestern leads the all-time series 7-2. The Warriors last won back in 2016. That the Appalachian Bowl, 34-20. But Knox Central won last year's meeting at Knox, 22-7. 4 possessions either way in the opening half for both teams. Southwestern, as they took the opening kick, as Knox Central deferring, so the Panthers will get it to start the third. Southwestern's first series ended in a punt. Second series turned over on downs. Their third was the lone touchdown for Southwestern, a 2-point conversion, and their fourth. And like popping a balloon, it just flew away. It was extremely anticlimactic, but we will see more electricity in the second half, no doubt. Fourth series for Southwestern was turned over on downs. Knox Central scored on their first 2 possessions. Only had that opening quarter touchdown, and their second series went into the second quarter as they scored on that one. Then it was a punt, and their fourth series would be intermission for Knox Central. 6-0 at the end of one as Knox Central gets that score with 8:32 to go in the opening quarter. A 79-yard touchdown pass. Worley, sure, 6-0. Huff's extra point, no good, 6-0 at the end of one in the second quarter. Knox Central gets another with 11:12 to go. A 1-yard touchdown run by Huff that makes it 12-0. The 2-point conversion, no good. 12-0, and Southwestern's offense finally gets on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard with 4:31 to go in the opening half. A 2-yard touchdown run by Connor Crisp that makes it 12-6. Gideon Brainerd's 2-point conversion is good. 12-8, and that's where we stand at intermission.
Josh,
Greg?
I have some first half statistics for you. Offensively, Knox Central total offense 162 yards, Southwestern 181 yards, so fairly even there. Passing offensively, Knox Central has 83 yards to Southwestern's 39. Rushing the ball, Knox Central has 79 yards, Southwestern 142. Let's go down to some. Knox Central has 5 first downs. Southwestern has 11 first downs. Knox Central has just hit the big play. It's what's kind of hurt Southwestern tonight. Passing the ball on the evening thus far, Brady Worley, 3 out of 5 for 83 yards and a touchdown. Mason Hibbard, 4 out of 7 for 39 yards. Rushing the ball for Knox Central, Ethan Mills, 8 attempts, 76 yards at a 9.5 average. You'll take that. Seth Huff with a carry and 3 yards and a touchdown. Brady Worley had a carry, no gain. Rushing for Southwestern, Tanner Wright leads the Blue and Orange, 13 attempts, 88 yards, averaging 6.8. You'll take that. Connor Crisp, 6 carries, 35 yards, and the touchdown. Mason Hibbard, 4 carries and 14 yards. Gideon Brainerd, 2 for 7, and Ethan Ware had a carry and lost a couple yards. Receiving the ball for Knox Central, Abram Brock had 2 receptions for a total of 90 yards at 1 big touchdown. Kind of tilted the scales there. Ethan Mills has 1 catch, -7. That was that big Jadon Washington play that you talked about earlier in his speed. Receiving the ball in the evening for Southwestern, Ian Ware has 2 receptions for 23 yards. Tanner Wright has 1 reception for 8. Chandler Crabtree has 1 for 8. And that kind of wraps up our action in the first half, Josh. If you're Southwestern, I think you probably have to say opportunity lost.
Yeah.
A couple times, you're driving the ball. You got a lot of things working for you. Drive stalls, and you don't take advantage of that. You go down here, and Mason Hibbard makes something out of nothing, scores the touchdown. But you have a call, I just hear in the background here, 12 men on the field.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin.
Is what negated that touchdown by Hibbard.
My question is, my question is, why did it take that long to make that call? Why? The play should have never happened.
I don't know.
Did it take him that long to count to 12? It shouldn't. No offense, but.
Right. Well, as we talked about briefly before the game started, Josh, we had some things happen in Knox Central last year that didn't bode well for Southwestern. Don't want to look back and say that we're blaming anything on the officials this year. Really got to put some distance between yourself and this Knox Central Panther squad and make that kind of irrelevant. But I agree with you. Yeah, it's just a tough break. And it's coming off of a timeout, if I'm not mistaken, right? I mean,
yeah,
they had taken a timeout, so –
I just don't. There were no whistles to stop the. I mean, there was nothing.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you.
I don't know.
You preach to the choir there, brother.
But again, an anticlimactic end to an exciting first half, and we appreciate folks from Knox Central dialing us up this evening, watching tonight's broadcast on Lake Cumberland Sports Video Game of the Week, Buffalo Wings and Rings Video Game of the Week. While we have the time, I want to echo the sentiments passed along by Southwestern Warriors football on Facebook. Congratulations to Ethan Ware on the opportunity to play college football at Culver Stockton out of Missouri.
Congratulations, young man.
Absolutely. And that will be the first of what will be many players going to the next level. And when it all comes down, wins and losses are nice. It's all about getting those kids college, get them that education.
Absolutely. And preparing them for the real world.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
A lot of opportunities out there, and Coach Foley is a builder of men, a shaper of men. You've seen that in his short tenure here at Southwestern.
Yeah.
Bright future here at Blue and Orange.
Let us go from the archives.
Let's do it.
Taking it back to September 5th, 2015, a Southwestern victory versus Knox Central. 26-15 to the tune of 26-15 for Southwestern over Knox Central. The game at Clay County in the Appalachian Bowl. 2015, that seems like it was at least a decade ago, but obviously it was not that night. Southwestern with 201 rushing yards, 96 passing yards for Southwestern, and the Warriors defense that night was stingy, only giving up $102 on the ground, only 64 yards through the air. They were quite stingy that night east of 75 in the Appalachia Bowl, a very prestigious bowl game to play in. The Warriors played in it for a couple of years. Offensive numbers from that night in 2015, a name you will certainly remember, when Brandon Pruitt finished 4 of 5 that night, 72 yards and 1 touchdown. A young man that ended his career in a Somerset Briar Jumper uniform. That would be one Mason Reese. He was 2 for 9 that night with an INT and 18 yards for Mason Reese. Rushing the football, back in 2015 between Southwestern and Knox Central, a name that's all over the record books here at Southwestern. Patrick Edwards, 21 totes. Carried the football 21 times. That's a load.
That's a load.
He had to work hard for those 21 carries. 106 yards. Obviously, Knox Central was king on number 4, Patrick Edwards. He had a touchdown and more on his night here in the second, as Edwards also had nearly a handful of receptions as well. As Edwards was such a talented football player. I know you remember watching it. I mean, he could tote it, he could catch it, he could play defense, he could return, he could do a little bit of everything. Kind of like Mason Hibbert, and he could sell popcorn as well. He could do everything. Edwards with 3 receptions that night for 48 yards. J.P. Vaught had a touchdown that night, a special teams touchdown for one J.P. Vaught, one of my favorite Warriors of all time. Chandler Gover finishing with double-digit tackles that night, as Chandler had 11 tackles on the night. Dustin Floyd with 8. Floyd Fannin with 8. Big Austin Dalton with 7 tackles on the night. Of course, Austin playing collegiately at Murray State.
Absolutely. One of many Warriors that have went on to do so.
Absolutely. Zach Coggins with an interception that night. That's from the archives, taking it back to September 5th, 2015. Southwestern defeating Knox Central 26-15 at Clay County in the Appalachian Bowl. Here, a different story tonight, as Knox Central got up early, and memory serves, they put Southwestern in their biggest hole of the season at 12-0, and the Warriors answered. They got one back and could have got another one back, but again, a 12 men on the field penalty. That was, let's be frank, was late.
It was late.
Well, it is what it is. But again, on that note, there were a lot of penalties in the first half.
Yeah, you've got some things to clean up. You mentioned a couple exchange from the center to QB mishaps that Southwestern had.
That's a big concern.
That is, and what I like to see, and I mentioned earlier, I like to see Hibbard moving in space.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of talent in the backfield. You get that offensive line moving one way, you get Hibbard leaking out, fake the handoff, go other way. He can run. He can run for a while. So we'll see if he goes back to that. We saw that once tonight, maybe twice.
Yeah.
The kid's got some skills, and he's definitely got some wheels to go along with that too. Southwestern honestly has threw the ball here in this first half more than they have thus far this season.
Yeah.
So they're adding that part of the game, which that softens up that defense to let that running game, be even stronger, because they've got some receivers there that can make some plays. The Ware kid caught the ball with the nice catch in here near the goal line, and of course Caden Hewitt, who had the big game last week. So a lot of tools at Southwestern's disposal. Like I said earlier, it's just really opportunity lost and missed in this first half. But if you're Southwestern, this is a winnable ball game.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to wrap up. There's been a couple tackles that the yard line, the run down here, Huff, I think, busted the tackle, and he gains 9, and he should have had 2. You've got to clean that up.
You got to.
You've got to clean that up. And so Southwestern's still early. I mean, it's halftime. You're down 12-8. But this is a winnable ball game.
Oh, it's anybody's football game.
It is anybody's game. Theatrics been part of the storyline for Southwestern. So, again, if you join us, we appreciate it. Stick around. It's sure to be finished this way. We hope to put a few more scores on the board.
Absolutely.
But every game this year has come down to the wire.
Of course, I want to take the time to thank Knox Central coach Fred Hoskins for for giving us the information that we needed this week. Coach, we certainly appreciate it. You're a good man, 4th season at the helm for Coach Hoskins, and he does a wonderful job. And we mentioned in the pregame show how much we appreciate Coach Hoskins and what a program he's got at Knox Central, because the Times-Tribune has Knox ranked over Corbin. Corbin's pretty dang stout. And seeing Knox Central, they're legit.
They're legit. They looked good last year, as we mentioned earlier. All their main playmakers all back. You got a lot of size along that front. So they're a formidable opponent here tonight. Again, both teams undefeated. Somebody's going to lose. We'll see what happens here, folks.
The people of this great land are resilient and will get through this. And buying and selling is the real stimulus. Land and real estate are the premium investments, and they're not just making any more land. At Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we'll get you the most for your property with live, online, and multi-parcel auctions. Selling farms, homes, developments, and commercial properties for top dollar. Give us a call or online at FordBrothersInc.com.
Since 1988, Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. We want you to know that we are here for you and your family. Someone you can trust. Someone you can count on, now and for the better days to come. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us or visit us online at toyotaofsomerset.com.
Man on the field.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we will also present an offensive player of the game. Somerset Community College presents that offensive player of the game. And if you want a great career, Somerset Community College career and technical programs can help. Or if you want a bachelor's degree but not massive college debt, just start at SEC and transfer to the new University Center of Southern Kentucky, located right here in Somerset, and save thousands. Sign up now on campus or visit us online at somerset.kctcs.edu. Don't delay, enroll today. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard here at halftime.
Michael, I want to point out just out of camera shot, off to the right, you see Hibbert and Russell going through the exchange of quarterback and center, and on down the field you see taking those receptions is Chandler Crabtree, and it is great to see Chandler back in uniform, banged up in the preseason inter-squad scrimmage. Great to see 10 back in uniform.
Absolutely. Coach had said that was a knee hyperextension, I believe, no structural damage. I am so happy to see him back. That's a young man that had a similar thing happen to him last year and missed some substantial time last year.
Yeah, so, 3/4 of the season?
Yeah,
pretty much?
So 2 years in a row, Chandler Crabtree slated to be QB1 and just have some things happen to him, just unfortunate mishaps. But really glad to see him out here. And, again, he's an impact player regardless of where you stick him on the field, much like Mason Hibbert.
Absolutely.
Brings a lot. You can stick him anywhere, and he's going to bring a lot to the table for you.
And I hope the Knox Central faithful that have us tuned in can appreciate this series. The game last year at Knox that the Panthers won 22-7. Dogfight here tonight as we still have the second half to go. And memory serves, this is probably the end of the contract, but hopefully these two teams can play each other again, because it's been competitive. The final score didn't indicate that from last year, but tonight, two quality football teams.
Right, and you want to get geared up for that district play, which Southwestern starts next week on the road at North Laurel, which will sure to be a dandy. North Laurel is one of those dark horse teams that Coach Foley said he felt like they were going to be a factor in the district this year. But, yeah, you want quality opponents early. Knox Central certainly fits the bill there. And if you're Knox, same way with Southwestern. And geographically, not a terrible amount of distance there between the two squads. So, yeah, I like this series. I hope it gets to continue. Much like the Wayne County. We talked about that starting the year out. That's a team you want to play every year.
Absolutely. Of course, Knox Central, a 4A team, a quality 4A team. And Southwestern will play they'll play 6A. George Rogers Clark, 6A team last year. Of course, Southwestern to 5A. Knox Central, a quality 4A program here at the reservation tonight on senior night, as we celebrated 17 Southwestern seniors, 17 Southwestern senior football players, and a handful plus Warrior cheerleaders as well as Knox deferring to the second half, so they'll get a crack at it first. Begin the second half. 12-8 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. We certainly appreciate you being along with us. A beautiful night for high school football, and again, we never take a Friday night for granted as we all still continue to do what we need to do to let these athletes play every Friday night.
Absolutely.
Mask up. You know, do what you do so these guys and these gals can come out here on Friday nights and do the thing that they love to do.
Yeah. Big thank you to the administrators and
Yep.
ADs along both school districts all across the state allowing this to happen. And like Josh said, thank you to everybody following the rules and expectations to allow it to continue to happen. Don't want to take that away from these athletes.
Appreciate Southwestern Athletic Director Alex Eaton. That's the space to bring you this broadcast. Principal Danita Ellis as well. Always a pleasure to see Miss Ellis walking into the ball game. Moore has it teed up, and we will roll in the third. Moore will send it deep back to the 13. Turnable to the 20. Angling towards the middle of the field. 25-yard line. Wrapped up and dropped there by a couple of Warriors. Turn man for the Panthers will be Nick Fisher. It'll be first and 10 as it will be Ethan Ware and Waldo. Josh Waldo on that special teams tackle. First and 10 for Knox Central, left to right for the Panthers to begin the third. They lead 12-8. Football in the middle of the hashes. A four-man Warrior front as Worley operates out of the pistol. A little more pass heavy, what I remember last year for Knox. Well, they're looking to throw, fires, and a little miscommunication as Worley had two receivers over there, and they were kind of both turned around looking at each other. Targets just couldn't get on the same page. Incomplete, second and 10.
Josh, you say more pass heavy. I will say I remember Worley having a cannon for an arm, and you got to see that just there.
Yeah.
He throws a hard ball, tight spiral.
Bernard and Parton, the intended targets. Incomplete, second and 10. Again, Worley out of the pistol. Two receivers either side, 11:49 to go third quarter. He will hand it off as a flag will fly. As that's straight up the gut. Mills will get tackled by Brainerd. And that'll be a hold on Knox Central. Penalties continue early in this third. A rash of penalties. The Warriors will accept that one. That will back Knox Central up. Spot foul a long way. Second in forever. Second in. Close to back to Barberville. Second and long. 11:39 to go third quarter. Those trips come near side. On top side for the Panthers. Or they're looking to throw. Looking left under pressure. Going to sling one downfield. And that'll be overshot. Stride for stride with the intended target. Deuce on Deuce. Huff on Ware. Ian Ware. Incomplete. Third and long.
Again, arm strength on display there.
He got a cannon, man.
Yeah, man.
Worley can sling it. Senior, I remember vividly last year being very impressed with that young man's arm. Under pressure there, stepping up, slinging a seed.
Josh, at 3rd and 20, you've got to close the deal here and get a punt and get to change of possession so Southwestern can get things rolling here in the second half.
Three-man front this time for the Warriors. Man in motion. Left to right, Worley out of the pistol. And whistles. Officials getting their work out tonight. That'll be a delayed game on Knox. So that backs a 3rd and forever. Officially on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard at 3rd and 23. So with my limited math ability, that'll be 3rd and 28. And that is officially back to Barberville.
It's a long way.
It's officially back to Barberville. Beautiful, scenic Barberville. 3rd and forever. Again, trips near sideline. That's the wide side of the field. Worley. And he will hand it off. And Just a power dive for Knox Central. Just trying to play conservative. Let your punter lay the leg to it as Harmon came to get him. Kelly also in on it as well. Minimal gain, if any. 4th and forever. The Warriors setting up a return as Hibbard will drop back to around midfield. The Warriors with a really good shot, as they should come out with decent field position, but their punter gets into one again.
He's got a leg.
He kicked it back to Barville, and more whistles. Ay, ay, ay. Mercy sakes. That'll back them up. 4th and 28 becomes half the distance. 4th and pinned in the shadows of their own goalpost. Mills will lay the leg to it. He got it away. Hibbard will step up and get it. Lost it at his 40. He will crawl back to it. Take another swing of that Maylox. 1st and 10 for Southwestern. But dangerous as Hibbard's slow to get up, and Hibbard's cramped. Ugh. It is a muggy night. And I saw Hibbard not getting up and thinking, as his teammates out to stretch him out. And Hibbard will have to check out since he's the stoppage.
Brad Carroll and all the staff at CC's Furniture are proud supporters of all the local football teams in our Lake Cumberland area. It is our hope here at CC's Furniture that all the coaches and all the student athletes have successful and an injury-free season. Come visit us at CC's Furniture, where we'll be glad to help you with all of your home furnishing needs at CC's Furniture. No appointments necessary at Quick Care Walk-In Clinic. They're right behind the hospital, just off Bogle Street in Med Park West, right where they have been for over a decade. Quick Care has lab and x-ray equipment right there in the clinic, and they're open late. So if you've had an accident or aren't feeling well, just walk in and let their highly qualified medical professionals take care of you. Quick Care Walk-In Clinic at Mid Park West.
Chandler Crabtree taking some warm-ups just off camera, and Hibbard up off under his own power.
That's good to see.
Favoring that left leg. He's going to walk it out, come into the near sideline. As you see young Hibby coming into the screenshot now. As Chandler Crabtree will now check in at quarterback. First time we have seen him in action this year. Good timing. High back set behind Chandler. Sets a man in motion. That's Chris. 4-man Panther front. Pitch right. Sweeping this sideline. Looking for some running room. Lassoed. He will not go down. Starts back across the grain. Comes back down near sideline. So he ran a good 22 yards for a gain of 1, maybe 2. As Wright coming to the near sideline. Stringing. Ran out of real estate. Tried to go back. Came back again. There was a lot happening there. Gain of 2 for Wright. As Knox Central strung that one out to the near sideline extremely well. Knox Central, they'll D up on you. Quality football team. Another quality football team on Southwestern schedule. Wishbone set behind Crabtree. Again, a 4-man front for Knox. Warriors started early. Got away with that one, though, as that's handed off to Chris. Rumbling up near sideline across the 30 to around the 27-yard line. Turner Realty Group first down, and I cannot believe there wasn't a flag on that one. Warrior back was leaning. Started early, looked like to me.
We'll take it, won't we?
Absolutely. We have seen too many flags in this one. Move the chains. 10-15 to go third quarter. Warriors' 5th possession of the night. First possession here in the second half. Knox Central started it with the punt. Crabtree hands up under center. Long snap count. As he will hand it off to Brainerd. Rumbling, rolling, shed some tackles. Still going. Get in, Brainerd. Get off me. To the 5. Go get it, get Brainerd. That is the biggest beast mode run I've ever seen. Speed tech. Move off me. More spin action. Rumbling. Gideon Brainerd. 27-yard touchdown by Gideon Brainerd.
Yeah, I am so glad you all got to see that. For you all that have followed football for a while, I have said Gideon Brainerd, when he runs the football, reminds me of the big fullback Mike Allstott, who's
Yes.
played down in Tampa Bay.
Yes.
That looked like a Mike Allstott run. He's like, boom, boom, boom. No, no, no. I'm not done running. Get out of my way.
How many times was he denied on that run?
Country strong, as we said before. Gideon Brainerd is a load to take down.
Impossible to take down on that one. Absolutely impossible. 2-point conversion. Crabtree will pitch to Wright. Looking, sweeping right, and Wright just got blew up, but he will get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 16-12. Southwestern on top for the first time tonight on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
Conveniently located off North Highway 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burger, Magic Monograms is the place for custom embroidery, screen printing, and so much more. They can put your designs on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook, search Magic Monograms and Embroidery. You are watching the Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week on Lake Cumberland Sports. Buffalo Wings and Rings. Wings created your way and always fresh, never frozen burgers. And Henderson Chiropractic is committed to relieving your pain using the true principles of chiropractic care. Their caring, helpful team strives for excellence through extraordinary service and patient education. Dr. Henderson provides chiropractic care for injuries that occur during sports, auto accidents, work-related activities, or just everyday wear and tear. The experience you need for the results you want, that's Henderson Chiropractic.
What have we learned? You don't spit into the wind, and you don't tug on Superman's cape. That was unhuman.
Like I said, I'm glad we got video here so the folks at home can see it.
He was denied at least 5
is a
times.
Train.
Moore will send it away. Low liner. Taking out the 18 on a hop. To the 25, to the 30. Offended at the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Knox Central. Chandler Crabtree taking over from Mason Hibbard. Saw an exchange between 10 and 5 here on the near sideline as Hibbard was getting attended to. And Chandler checking in successfully. We'll see who comes back out. Man, that was beastly run. And that is perfectly described with Brainerd and Allstott. They wear the same number, too, if memory serves correct.
I think so.
Allstott was 40.
I thought that last year. I think I said that last year a couple
Believe so.
times. But, man, this year, Brainerd is he is on the scene.
Mercy. 1st and 10 for Knox Central. They find themselves on the short end of it for the first time tonight. 9:47 to go in the third. How will they respond? Mills goes straight up the gut. He'll be tackled by one of the bigs up front. Mills will get a couple. Asher with a senior night tackle. Dylan Asher. One of 17 fantastic seniors for this club. They will gain. It'll be a gain of 2 for Mills. 9:20 to go in the third.
Josh, good-looking crowd tonight here on hand. Senior night festivities.
Absolutely. Taking this one in. It's been exciting. 2 receivers to the left. And up goes to Mills off left tackle. He'll bounce it outside to the 40, to around the 44, 45-yard line, and a flag will fly late. A little extracurricular on the far visiting sideline. As that will no doubt tack some more on. As the Panther ran out of bounds. Something too far out of bounds. That should not have happened. Cannot do that. That'll be on the Warriors. Another personal foul penalty. So that'll give Knox Central another chunky yardage. As they will be 1st and 10 from the Southwestern 39 now. Left to right for KNOX. Working that far visitor hash. Good contingent of home folk on hand here tonight. Good contingent of Panther Nation as well. 9:02 to play in the third. 16-12 Southwestern on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Mills inside the tackle, straight up the gut. That's up and dropped is Kelly, Asher, and Washington coming to get him. Big Dylan Asher. Coach Foley found him walking the hallways, not playing football.
He was playing baseball for Coach Eaton. Came out in difference maker for sure.
Absolutely.
Immediately.
Gain of 1 for Mills on that carry. 2nd and 9. Worley takes the snap, hands it off. Now it goes to Huff off left tackle. Positive yardage. So that's not Mills, that is Huff, number 2. Gain of about 4. Yes, once again, Christian Kelly coming up making the stop. He has played well tonight. That's going to set up 3rd down and about 3rd and medium here for Knox. 3rd and about 4. Under 8 to play 3rd quarter. Warrior defense looking to get them to 4th down. 4 hands in the dirt for the Warriors. Handoff, Huff again. He's got 1st down yardage and more as he'll roll up to around the 25-yard line before he's cut down.
Taken down by Kelly, number 24 for Southwestern.
Yes, that'll move the chains for Knox Central. Nice drive being put together by Knox Central. Their 2nd possession here.
That's what I was going to say. Good-looking drive by Knox.
2nd possession here in the 3rd quarter. 6th of the night. Again, that one's just a power draw straight up the gut. Lowering his head. 1st down yardage and more. Coming out like gangbusters. Seth Huff, number 2. Move the chains again. As that'll be 1st and goal from inside the 10. 1st and goal. Knox Central in the Rick Barker red zone. 7:20 to go. As Huff trying to sweep near sideline. That'll be blown up by Washington. Great penetration again by Washington and Associates. Clock winding, 7 minutes to go. 2nd and goal for Knox Central. Left to right for the Panthers. Seth Huff behind Worley. Worley looking to throw. Fires. Screen to the end zone. Touchdown. Knox Central. That's a nice play for Knox Central. The pitch and catch goes to Abram Brock. Big answer for Knox Central as the place goes silent. That was pretty.
Well-designed play.
Little screen from his other receiver. That was perfectly executed. Worley's 2nd touchdown pass of the night.
Brock's 2nd touchdown catch on the night.
Thank you, sir. I think I misspoke and said Fisher earlier, so I'll correct that. As Knox Central goes on top. 18-16. The Warrior Mamas are anxious. Worley hands up under center. He will look to throw. The 2-point conversion. Tight end up. Complete. The 2-point conversion is good for Knox Central. Get that one too. 24 Jacob Smith, I do believe. I'll have the angle on that young man's number.
I'll take it. I didn't see it,
I think
so I'll
that's
take
Smith.
your word for it.
2-point conversion is good. Make it 20-16. That score for Knox Central. Coming with 6:43 to go in the 3rd.
It is football season, and that means it's also SUV season at Out Blakely Ford. Now is the time to celebrate with a new 2020 sport utility such as the Expedition XLT with up to $9,000 in savings, or a Ford Explorer 4x4 for under $31,000. At Out in Blakely, you can find every size of SUV from minis to full size. Stop by the showroom on South Highway 27 in Somerset, or visit their website at outinblakely.com. And Out in Blakely also has used vehicles on their lot. They have a 2015 GMC Sierra SLE 1500, 4-door, 4-wheel drive, Z71 off-road package, 5.3-liter V8 engine, backup camera, and an 8-inch touchscreen. Stop in and see them, folks.
I want to check that. I'm going to say that was Chadwell on that reception.
Okay, let's see.
Still not certain. My apologies on that for missing that.
I think I can edit that later.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Never could get the angle on him, but looking at the body type, I have to change that just for that. That is returnable. 25-30. Flag will fly. Warrior get back around the 34-yard line as Bay and his accompanying troops will come up and stop Ian Ware. And we will see what that flag is. So Knox Central didn't like being on the short end of the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard as they answer back 20-16 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. And that'll be blocking the back on the Warriors, as we have seen plenty of hankies on the field tonight. More than we have seen previous 2 games by leaps and bounds. Worst field position of the night for the Warriors. 1st and 10 from their own 16, 6:36 to go. As Chandler Crabtree will stay in at quarterback. Out of the gun. Handoff. Goes to right, starts up. They got nothing there. He'll bounce it outside near sideline. Makes the cut at 25, up 30 to around the 35-yard line. Finally ridden down. Another Turning Realty Group first down for Southwestern. As that was designed, or he at least was looking up the middle. Nothing there. Right, bounces it near sideline for the first down carry.
Nice looking run by Tanner. Another speed demonstration there from Mr. Wright. 1st
and 10 Warriors from their own 36. Right to left. As Crabtree coming in, relief Hibbert, who checked out with what we think is a cramp. That one. Power football straight up the gut. Tanner, short yardage there. 2nd and 7. Auto man off the pile for KNOX will be Jordan.
When you mentioned Mr. Hibbert, he is back on the field. Now, whether he is at QB or wide receiver is yet to be determined.
He will be at wide receiver because Chandler Crabtree got the
there you go.
Play call from Coach Foley near sideline disseminates that information as Hibbert will line up as a receiver near sideline. Crabtree out of the gun, sets Crisp in motion. Chandler, design quarterback keeper, looking for some running room. He's got it to the 45, midfield stripe, and one more. Turner Realty Group first down for the Warriors off the feet of QB 10, Chandler Crabtree. That opens up a whole heck of a lot that you can do now if you're Coach Jason Foley.
Absolutely. And you mentioned seeing Chandler. I think this is, for Southwestern, his first varsity snaps because he never really got in last year. It was a Burton Streeter affair.
Yeah.
And so this is his kind of blue and orange debut tonight.
As Warriors get to Knox Central territory. 1st and 10 from the Panther 49. As coming to the near sideline, looking for the corner, stringing it near sideline. It will just not be there for Ian Ware, trying to turn on the afterburners. A couple of defenders for Knox Central. Too fast. Harden gets the credit.
And I should clarify, I think this is his debut at QB. He played defensive back last year during that playoff run. It was a tremendous factor. I think this is his QB debut.
Under 5 to play in the 3rd. Southwestern had the lead at 16-12. Knox Central took it right back, 20-16. The prize fight is on. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Crabtree out of the gun. 4 hands in the dirt for the Panthers. Crisp looking inside, nothing there. Stringing it far sideline now. 45, 40. First down tote and a couple more. 1st and 10 Warriors as they continue to drive. Turner Realty Group first down. It's a big-time football game, folks, if you didn't know.
We're glad you joined us to check it out for yourself.
My goodness. Knox Central is a dandy football team.
And whether it's video or audio, we bring it to you week in, week out.
Absolutely.
LakeCumberlandSports.com.
Absolutely. And the only place you will hear from Coach Jason Foley before the game and after the game is right here on Lake Cumberland Sports. We appreciate Coach for allowing us that time. 1st and 10 Warriors. Crabtree turns and hands it off and lassoed at the line of scrimmage. The Tanner Ryan coming to get him. Peyton Jordan. As Wright will get a favorable spot of 2. Now they're going to inch it back now, more like 1. I didn't think he got anything.
Yeah, that was a
big boy tackle.
That was a big boy tackle.
You called Peyton Jordan's name several times tonight. You cannot miss Big 5-1. Knox Central bunch of big guys. You see a couple of big guys, top side, bottom side on that line. They had some length. I wonder if they play basketball.
6'2", 230, Peyton
I'm
Jordan.
going to say they probably play basketball. Crabtree, quarterback keeper, lowers his head, banged around. Crabtree still going for a nice run. On second down, that'll set up third and short. Crabtree not shying away from tacklers. 3rd and 2. Nice run by QB 10.
Very nice run by Chandler Crabtree.
Right to left for the Warriors. Working the Knox Central 29 near home sideline. 2:50 to go in the third. 20-16 Knox Central. Crabtree coming in relief. Hibbert, who was knocked out injured, starting at quarterback. Hibbert his return as a receiver. Connor Crisp off right tackle. Tough sledding, but Crisp needed 2. And let's say he just got 1. I thought he got them both, but that's what I get for thinking. 4th and 1. Decision time for Coach Foley. No man's land. Not a whole lot of decision here.
It's Gideon Brainerd time.
Again, you don't tug on Superman's cape. Brainerd is in the football game, as you see. Number 40. He will line up in the backfield with Crabtree out of the gun. Maybe not. 4th and 1, shotgun set. Knox will give it to him the easy way. As Knox Central got Southwestern defensively several times tonight, and the Warriors repaying the favor. Nice hard count by Chandler. Just a different cadence. Panthers a little too eager.
Touche.
Turner Realty Group first down the easy way, and the chains move again as Southwestern flirting with the Rick Barker red zone. Oh, Rick posted the other day he's lost almost 50 pounds.
Wow, I'm jealous.
Man, you're looking trim. Looking good, Rick.
Put in the work.
Absolutely. 90 seconds to go, third quarter. Warriors on the short end of it. Driving. Crabtree hands it off. Tanner Wright. Forearm shiver. As Tanner gets to the 20. And he will stay in bounds up to around the 17-yard line as the Warriors will now enter the Rick Barker red zone. 2nd and short from the Knox Central 17. 67 seconds to go in the third.
We told you it was going to be a good one.
Mm-hmm. 6 theories of the night for Southwestern. Second possession here in the third quarter. Waning minutes of the third quarter. Crabtree out of the gun again. He will hand it off to Brainerd, straight up the gut. Makes a move to the 10, to the 5. Brainerd cut down shy of the end zone. It would be a 1st and goal for Southwestern as the cowbells ring into the night at the reservation. Big run for Gid Brainerd. 35 seconds to go in the third. Warriors going to try to tack one on late. Wright and Brainerd in the backfield with Crabtree. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. 1st and goal from the 2. Handoff goes to Wright. He's going to be met in the backfield and dropped for a loss of 2, maybe even 3, as Knox Central had that one sniffed out. Good penetration. And that'll set up 2nd down for the Warriors, and that will be all she wrote for the third quarter. Waning seconds of the stanza. And we will be through 3. It is still anybody's contest. 20-16. Knox Central leading Southwestern on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
Brad Carroll and all the staff at CC's Furniture are proud supporters of all the local football teams in our Lake Cumberland area. It is our hope here at CC's Furniture that all the coaches and all the student athletes have successful and injury-free seasons. Come visit us at CC's Furniture, where we will be glad to help you with all your home furnishing needs. Go Teams!
Possessions have been at a premium in this one. Southwestern with 2 possessions in the opening quarter. Knox Central with 1. Their second going into the second quarter. As Knox Central had a total of 3 possessions. You put it in both quarters. In the second quarter, Southwestern with 2. The Warriors with only 1 possession. 1 full possession, and you put this one into the fourth quarter as well. Knox Central with 2 full possessions. And third, again, I say all of that, messed it up to boot. Possessions have been at a premium.
Conveniently located off North Highway 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burger, Magic Monograms is the place for custom embroidery, screen printing, and so much more. They can put your designs on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook. Search Magic Monograms and Embroidery. Josh, our executive producer, Kevin Lloyd, says Brainerd reminds him of Frank Gore.
Ah, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, no arguments here.
Absolutely not. No way, no how. Gore, he's still getting it done, isn't he?
I think his kid's almost in the NFL.
Isn't he like 68 in football years?
He's a player.
I wouldn't tell him that to his face because,
Absolutely not.
Goodness, he's a load. That's an excellent description. Mark Allstott, Frank Gore. Second and goal from the 4. As the Warriors now move left to right to finish this one up. Crabtree hands up under center. Bone set behind him. Whistles. As Knox Central will take a timeout.
Okay.
Coach Hoskins way out on the field, pointing. Coach not happy about something that he saw.
Henderson Chiropractic is committed to relieving your pain using the true principles of chiropractic care. Their caring, helpful team strives for excellence through extraordinary service and patient education. Dr. Henderson provides chiropractic care for injuries that occur during sports, auto accidents, work-related activities, or just everyday wear and tear. The experience you need for the results you want, that's Henderson Chiropractic. And Entrust Counseling has made it their mission to be the trusted leader in promoting mental wellness in our communities through individualized care. Stay healthy at home with counseling and case management services using your phone or computer. Call them at 606-676-0638 to get services started today from anywhere in Kentucky. Visit their Facebook page at Entrust Healthcare Counseling for all their latest updates and giveaways.
These two teams coming in 2-0 on the year, undefeated by a total of 5 combined points. Southwestern defeating Wayne County 42-41. They beat George Rogers Clark last week 15-13. Knox Central, much of the same, albeit a little bit closer. They defeated Hartley County 14-13 in week 1. And then Bourbon County last week 34-33. Largest margin of the season. Whoever wins this one tonight, seems like, anyway.
And somebody's going to walk out of here with a loss.
Yeah.
And really, it's been a very well-played game by both squads.
Yeah, a lot of penalties, but, you know.
Right. Heavyweight boxing match, I think is what you said earlier, Josh, and it certainly has that kind of feel.
It does. It absolutely does. Those flags will attribute those to attrition. Two good football teams. Wishbone set behind Crabtree, second and goal from the 4. Handoff Brainerd off left tackle. Brainerd would not be denied. Get in Brainerd's second touchdown of the night. 7 on the season. Forget Brainerd. But the Warriors back on top. 22-20. 11:56 to go in the fourth quarter.
I expect to see a kick here, but I don't know that we've seen one tonight, so...
Southwestern has good success, has had good success all season going for 2, so.
It looks like that's what they're going to stick with, Josh.
2 series in the second half, 2 touchdowns for Southwestern. And a 4-yard tote by Gid Brainerd. As Tanner Wright will try to surge to the end zone off right tackle, and nope, he will not get it. That 2-point conversion fails for the first time tonight for Southwestern. If that's accurate, and it is. It remains a 2-point Southwestern lead, 22-20, 11:56 to go on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
It is football season, and that means it's also SUV season at Alton Blakely Ford. Now is the time to celebrate with a new 2020 sport utility, such as the Expedition XLT, with up to $9,000 in savings, or a Ford Explorer 4x4 for under $31,000. At Alton Blakely, you can find every size of SUV, from minis to full size. Stop by the showroom on South Highway 27 in Somerset, or visit their website at altonblakely.com. 11:56.
I still don't think, sorry to interrupt you, I still don't think Coach Foley's got a kicker that he fully trusts.
Well,
I could be wrong, but
Moore has looked good. I think Foley likes the momentum that those 2-point conversions can provide and that little cushion.
yeah.
So I'm not
And
sure.
Southwestern's had good success with that 2-point conversion, that run, that very thing all season.
Absolutely.
But Morris plenty capable.
And he's looked good on the kickoff.
Absolutely. Coach Foley, we dubbed him the gambler last year. I'm down with that. I'm okay with that. Live by it, die by it. Moore will send it away. Spot kick to the 15. Back to the 20, 25, 30. Back up, still going. Dragging a couple of Warriors with him up to around the 33, 34-yard line. See a couple players exchanging some pleasantries, and I do mean that. I love sportsmanship. A couple personal fouls, or at least one that I remember anyway. But, that happens in the game of football. You're banging around against guys. A lot of respect on the field between these athletes tonight. 1st and 10, Knox Central from their own 34 right to left. 11:50 to go in the 4th. 22-20. The rope-a-dope, it's on.
Fourth quarter strong.
Knox Central, that's 6-0 at the end of one, 12-8 at the half, 2016 through 3, even though Southwestern took the lead in the 3rd. Knox didn't like that, took it right back. Southwestern answers back to take it right back. 7th series of the night for Knox. 3rd in the second half. Offset eye. First time we've seen that lineup for Knox, and a flag will fly late as Mills will be the ball carrier. And that flag coming as Mills turned it upfield. He got to the line of scrimmage. And that'll back Central up, and that's why that flag was late. And that's why Mills had that running room. This one has been penalty filled tonight. Yes. This is the most Southwesterns have been penalized all season, and I would hope, Panther Nation, this is most penalties your athletes have racked up tonight. It's plenty of hankies on the field tonight. 1st and long, officially 1st and 21 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. And in motion, Chadwell. Worley under pressure by Harmon, and Worley will not get away. Cody Harmon, another QB sack. Give him another one. 4-4 doing a little flex. Cody Harmon has come on like gangbusters for this House of Payne defense. Of course, Southwestern's defense coached by Coach Payne, aptly named by Sean Jackson. As that digs the hole a little deeper for Knox Central. 2nd and forever. First down marker up at the 44 for Knox Central. More placed at the 13. Blown up in the backfield, wrapped up, lassoed, and dropped for no gain, maybe even a loss. Cody Harmon, Dylan Asher, Connor Crisp, and more getting to the football. So Warrior defense getting after the Panthers. 10:15 to go clockwise. Warriors lead 22-20. A lot of football left.
Big 3rd down here. Just got to finish this one off. Finish this drive off.
Slow start tonight for Southwestern.
Big Mo on Southwestern side right
Absolutely it is. But Knox Central is potent and prolific on offense. Strong side of the line to the right. Pistol set. Worley looking to chuck it. Under pressure. Fires over the middle. That'll be caught. Back at the 20, up to the 25. And wrapped up and dropped at the 30-yard line as Ian and Ethan Ware will come get the receiver. And that reception, Jacob Bernard. And I got Bernard.
That's what I had.
It'll be 4th. Not enough for the first down, a chunk of yardage, but still going to be 4th and long, 4th and about 14 for Knox Central. Been on their own side of the field at their own 30. Thankfully, Mason Hibbert able to return to this one. Stands back at his own 35 to return it. As we'll get away. As Hibbert will go get it, touch it, and fall on it. Take another swig of the Maylocks. Hibbert has been living dangerously tonight. Thankfully, he's back in this one, going out with that cramp earlier. First and 10 Southwestern. Warriors lead 22-20. 8:58 to go in the fourth. Still anybody's football game. Somebody will have their first loss of the season after this one tonight. Two pretty dabbling good 2-0 football teams.
And a pretty good football game got here tonight.
Absolutely. We appreciate you joining us for the Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week. Senior night at the reservation. Crabtree back in at quarterback. Backs all around him. Handoff goes to right. Looking left side. Makes a man miss. Turned on the afterburner across the 40 to around the 45-yard line by Tanner Wright. Another turn. Built group first down for the Warriors. Under 9 minutes to go. Warriors looking for a little bit of a cushion here. Knox Central defense has got to be spent as much time as Southwestern's defense was on the field in the opening half. Knox Central, seemed like to me, their defense has been on the field that much here in the second half.
And a lot of those young men, as we stated earlier, play both sides
ways,
of the ball.
yeah.
Starting to tax a little bit.
First and 10 Warriors from their own 44. Left to right, straight up the gut. Tanner Wright, stutter step. Tough yardage, 3 or 4 yards for Tanner. He's tackled by a gang of Panthers. It'll be second and about 6. And I saw what you saw as Ian Ware went down to the deck and pulled himself back up off of it around the 45 of Knox Central. I don't know what he momentarily had a cramp or
he looked
see
like
what
he
happened.
said something to the official. I don't know if he had somebody push him down, but I missed it.
I did too. I saw the after effects of it. Crisp and Hibbert split wide to the left. Hewitt and another receiver on near side. Crabtree, quarterback keeper. As Crabtree into the awaiting arms of a Panther, he will come back near sideline across the grain. Crabtree looking for some running room. Midfield marker and more. Still rolling up to around the 42-yard line. Pushing and shoving. Flags will fly late. You better get between them. Little extracurricular. There's one coming in late. Crabtree taking exception to it. As the officials will sort this one out. As he signaled that one on Southwestern. Did I see him signal a hit to the head?
I didn't see it. I got to say, as the guy trying to keep up with stats, these penalties are so hard to deal with. But that was an excellent run by Crabtree. That was a very vicious block right there. But I did not see helmet contact.
Personal foul on Southwestern. Helmet to helmet. Are we doing offsetting? The white hat trying to make the call. Make the call.
Offsetting personal foul.
Those were, but the first one was not. First one was helmet to helmet contact.
Again, help the stat man out here. Where are we spotting the ball at?
I'm thoroughly confused. I don't know. I'm confused because there were three things he signaled there.
Yeah, even the guys on the stripes are taking notes.
And Coach Foley is out to ask, and yeah, you can literally see the near sideline judge here taking notes.
Coach is like, Chandler, that's a heck of a run. Do that again. Keep doing that. We're going to win this game.
Folks, if you're watching, I apologize. That was
I don't
never seen that before.
No,
coming that and a flag fly lay. Goodness gracious, guys! I mean, talk about putting on a show. I mean, some of these officials are going to have tennis elbow after this is over tonight. I mean, way to ruin a great game. And if something was said, that's fine. But this place is about to turn into anarchy. As the ball is spotted for Southwestern. After that, helmet to helmet, back inside their own 25. Can we please just go back to football? Unbelievable. So the official on the near sideline threw the flag and then picked it up. Did you see the circus that we're calling here?
Well, I saw him throw it. So we've got first and
now we want to go talk. after the ready for play whistle
First down or
blows.
second down, Josh?
Down
Second
marker
down.
has second. Goodness gracious. Ruining a great high school football game. Second and forever for the Warriors. Crabtree out of the gun. He will hand it off to Wright, and he is sniped in the backfield. Great penetration by a Panther. Knew where that was going. Big 6'4", Market Abner. Nice tackle by Abner. I like Abner. Going old school. Showing the belly. Showing the midsection.
I saw that.
That's old school. That's 80s football. I like it. I like it. 80s and 90s are cool again.
Hey,
Third
if
and long.
If you can do it, do it.
Absolutely. He can do it. I like it. Third and forever for the Warriors. Crabtree out of the gun. After a penalty that was unkind, Crabtree going to throw one up. Looking for Ware. And that one kind of sailed on Crabtree up near sideline, trying to hook up with Ian Ware. And a flag will fly late on this one. And I like what Ian Ware was doing. Pushed into the sideline. Get back. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Didn't see that one because Crabtree let it fly, and I was looking upfield. So that'll give a bunch of yards back to the Warriors. The officials have as many yards in this one as both teams do. I say that in jest. Warriors and the Turner Realty Group. First down. Looks like roughing the passer. 6:32 to go.
You may be hearing some of the Warrior Mamas.
Warrior Mamas are hot. And I would venture to guess if we were across the way and the Panther faithful, they'd be hot as well.
Senior night. These Warrior Mamas want to win.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 for the Warriors through all of that craziness. 1st and 10 Southwestern from their own 39. Backside other side of Crabtree. Tanner Wright straight up the gut. Not a whole lot there for Tanner as that Knox Central front had it set up pretty good. The clock is winding though, approaching 6 minutes to go. 22-20 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
And you want that clock to remain ticking.
Absolutely.
And keep the ball away from Knox Central. Close this game out.
Attrition penalty-wise has not been pretty either way. Second and long for the Warriors. 4 hands in the dirt. As Gideon Brainerd rumbling, stumbling, cocking that head back. 40, 30, 20 to the 5 for Gideon Brainerd. He was almost gone. Would it be a 1st and goal for Southwestern? Watch him.
I love
Cock it back.
There you go. Cocking that head back.
Cock it back. To the 5 for Gideon Brainerd.
I love it.
He often does not get caught when he cocks that head back.
Yep. Yep.
That was more Frank Gore than Mike Allstott.
Agreed. Agreed.
Big time tote for Gid Brainerd.
And a big night for Gid Brainerd.
Absolutely. I'm going to take a breather here. A well-deserved breather for 40. Video evidence of him cocking that head back.
And we gave the audience a warning about that. How about that?
And Coach Foley alluded to that in the preview show.
He did.
1st and goal from the 4. And whistles for some reason. 22-20 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. 5:39 to go. For a reason or another, the White Hat blows the whistle and comes to conference with the Southwestern coaches on the near sideline.
I don't know, Josh.
I want the clock to.
Don't know.
This is the clock issue.
28 on the clock.
As we'll reset the old digits. 5:28. It was 5:39. 5:28. Clock is winding now. 1st and goal for the Warriors in the Rick Barker red zone. Warriors looking for their largest lead of the night. Handoff. Stringing near sideline. Wrapped up and dropped. Connor Chris, second effort. He got back up as Chris really never did completely get down to the ground. As the Whitehead steps in again, and a flag will fly, and that'll be on Southwestern. This place is about to come unchained if this group keeps slinging flags like they are.
What's that penalty? Have they called the penalty yet, Josh? Did they call it?
Did he say face mask or personal foul? My apologies for missing that. That'll back the Warriors up. Your first and goal for the Warriors from their 17-yard line. 5 minutes to go. First and goal from the 17. Marker red zone. Crabtree out of the gun. Low snap. It is on the deck. Brainerd will pick it up. Trying to go off left tackle, and Brainerd will do well to get back to the line of scrimmage. Clock winding. Quickly becoming Knox Central's enemy. This has been a crazy game officiating-wise. Just absolutely crazy.
Second half, really.
Well, there were a lot,
It was
and there were a lot of penalties in the first half, but they were okay.
Yeah.
But it's just unhinged in the second half. And I don't know why. If it's happening, it's happening. So, but we haven't seen Southwestern be penalized this much all year, and Knox Central hadn't been either. They're really good football teams. Crabtree out of the gun, second and goal. Crabtree looking. Got a couple guys down there. He'll fire underneath, and that'll be picked off inside the 10. Return back to the 15-yard line, and that is not what you wanted to have happen. That was picked off. Quarterback. Worley with the INT playing center field. Knox Central has the football with 3:57 to go. It's Crabtree staring down a couple of receivers. And Worley, easy pickings. The momentum changes all of a sudden. Seventh possession, their first turnover of the night for Southwestern. First and 10, Knox Central, under 4 to play. Warriors lead 22-20 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Seth Huff in the backfield with Worley. 4 hands in the dirt for the Warriors. Huff with the carry, straight up the gut. Asher, Pennington, Crisp. Another Warrior coming in to make the stop. Hagen Galloway. As Huff will get 4, 2nd and 6. Clock winding. 3.5 to go. Dramatics again. It will take all 4 to settle it. Single receivers either side. Worley out of the pistol, looking to throw. Fires, that'll be complete at around the first down marker. He's climbing the ladder, a rung, being Jacob Bernard. As that'll be a first down for Knox Central. Clock will stop, 3:19 to go in the fourth. It'll fire again when those chains get set, or when the whistles blow, because the chains aren't set. That hurts Knox Central. The pistol set. Handoff. Draw play. Straight up the gut. Short game. As Seth Huff, number 2. Cody Harmon will make the stop. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. 2:45 to go. Again, Huff to carry. Inside left tackle. Brainerd's got him by the hips. Gets a teammate to come in to help him stop that forward progress. Huff is a good runner. Between Huff and Mills, that is a nice tandem to have. And pressure to the football. Maddox Mink getting after Worley.
He was showing some speed.
Yes, he was. He can boogie. That man's got some wheels. 2nd and 10. Knox Central from their own 35. And diving over the pile. It's Huff. Short gain, 3rd and long. Seth Huff, number 2. Junior running back and linebacker.
Favorable third down if you're Southwestern.
Clock winds under 2 minutes to go. Knox Central coming to the line in a hurry. And a pistol set, 4-man Southwestern front. Long snap count. Worley looks to the sideline to check. Wasting a lot of time. Worley looking to throw, fires underneath. That'll be complete. Short of the first down, but the second effort will get him to the sticks. That's Bernard again, right to the marker. Move the chains. 98 seconds left in this one. Knox Central getting it little by little. Ready to play whistle. Clock winding. Theatrics for a third straight week.
And we warned you.
Absolutely.
Worth the price of admission.
Indeed. Worley takes the snap. Hands it off. And the backfield. Ball pops loose. It is on the deck as the running back that fumbled it will be able to recover it somehow, some way. A friendly hop for Knox Central as Huff will get it back in his paws. Clock winds. 65 seconds to go. Second down and long for Knox Central as clock is a-wasting. Knox Central will stop it with a United Cumberland Bank timeout. 62 seconds to go. Second and long for Knox Central. Warriors lead 22-20.
2020 has been a crazy year, and a lot of things have changed. But some things stay the same, or even get better, like Somerset Community College commitment to students. We are committed to offering a high-quality education, a personal experience with a great faculty and staff, and the lowest tuition in the state. SCC offers online, hybrid, and in-person classes and makes it easy for students to enroll. Somerset Community College offers classes in 8, 12, and 16-week sessions. SCC's campuses and centers are safe, clean, and ready to welcome you. And since 1979, Modern Systems have been defending communities all across Kentucky, and they are proud to be part of the communities they serve, committing time and sponsorships to numerous charities like Project 5810, Relay for Life, March of Dimes, Heart Walk, local school programs, and many more. Modern Systems, your neighbors and your friends, and they work 24/7 to protect the things that matter most to you, from homes to businesses to schools and churches. Let Modern Systems be your trusted name in security.
Second and 17 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Warriors lead 22-20. 62 seconds to go. Warriors have got to keep it all in front of them. They can't give up a 79-yard touchdown pass like they did earlier. Worley to Brock. Worley looking to throw. Under pressure from a couple of Warriors. He will let it go. Tipped. And that'll be incomplete. That'll stop the clock. As Worley under heavy pressure from a couple of Warriors trying to get it out in that bubble to Mills. Clock stop with 55.6 seconds to go. Again, I say you cannot let anyone get behind you.
No.
No one.
No one.
No one.
No one. You got to get, if I'm coach, I've got Hibbard back, and a little bit further back. Third down 17, Knox in a really tough spot here with less than a minute to go. Josh, timeout. You know where we're at there? Knox,
Not for sure.
Knox got in their pocket.
Not for sure. I wish I was talented enough to keep that.
I need to start keeping that.
Third and 17, Worley looking to throw. Several receivers downfield. Overshot his man down at around the 30-yard line of Southwestern. Worley looking to dial it up to Brock, who he's done a couple of times tonight. Incomplete. Fourth and 17, 50 seconds to go. This could be your football game. As Brock had a little bit of separation with the defender. Worley just a little bit too much hot sauce on that one. Reservation is rocking on senior night.
Senior night, can they finish this?
Dramatics again. The Warriors checking on and off. Fourth and 17. Warrior defense looking to close it out.
Coach Payne animated on the sidelines. He's getting a call in.
Worley out of the pistol, trips to the right, one near side. Pressure coming from the top side. Worley, pocket collapses, flushed out of that pocket, looking to make something happen. Harmon giving chase, downfield, put up, scooped under it, giving the interception. Southwestern has the football. Waldo, Josh Waldo with the INT. With 38.1 seconds to go. Worley, under heavy pressure, had to just chuck it downfield to give his receivers a shot at it. Picked off by Southwestern. 22-20. As it will be Southwestern football at their own 35.
Be sure to stick with us at the conclusion of tonight's game. We're going to sign off and bring you the Alton Blakely postgame show on the field with Coach Foley.
Warriors will pick up their second straight 2-point victory. Victory formation behind Chandler Crabtree, who checked in. Point injured Mason Hibbard. Mason able to return to this football game as a receiver, and that knee will set that clock in motion. 22-20. Theatrics once again for the homestanding Southwestern Warriors. Final seconds ticking off that one. Warriors come to the near sideline under heavy praise from their home folks. Well deserved. It did not start out very pretty for Southwestern tonight as they found themselves in a 12-0 hole with 11-12 to go in the second quarter as Southwestern improves to 3-0 on the year. Little redemption from last year's trip east of 75, and Warriors pick up a hard-fought, great 22-20 victory over Knox Central. Warriors improved to 3-0 as district play begins next Friday night. Knox Central, a talented 4A program, nothing to hang their heads about whatsoever. Knox Central is going to have a fantastic year as they fall to 2-1. They travel to Corbin next Friday night.
That'll be a dandy on that end of town. Absolutely solid ball game tonight. Of course, we warned you early. Southwestern in the theatrics, down to the wire. Today was no different.
None.
Absolutely glad you joined us.
Yeah.
For our video Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week here. Southwestern victorious, 22-20.
6-0 at the end of one. Knox Central, 12-8 at intermission. Knox Central, we will pick it up from there. Southwestern with their first lead of the night with 9:52 to go in the third. A 27-yard touchdown run by Gideon Brainerd. That makes it 14-12. Wright's extra point, or Wright's 2-point conversion is good. Right, 16-12. Southwestern. Knox Central, the first time they trail would be short-lived, and Knox Central takes the lead back with 6:43 to go in the third quarter. An 11-yard touchdown run, Worley to Brock. Second time those two gentlemen hooked up tonight. 18-16. Knox Central takes the lead back. The 2-point conversion, Worley Chadwell, it's good. 20-16. That's where we stood at the end of 3. The lone score in the fourth goes to Southwestern. 11:56 to go early in the fourth quarter. A 4-yard touchdown run by Gideon Brainerd. That makes it 22-20. The 2-point conversion, no good. 22-20. Your final margin as Southwestern improves to 3-0 on the year. Knox Central falls to 2-1. 10th meeting in the series goes to Southwestern. And for the first time since 2016, they're victorious over Knox Central as the Warriors now lead the series 8-2. Michael?
Josh, we're going to give out some hardware before we catch up with Coach Foley. Somerset Community College sponsors our Offensive Player of the Game. Offensive Player of the Game tonight, we're going to give that acknowledgement to one Gideon Brainerd. We talked about how we compared his running style to different professional running backs. I want to say, though, on the night, Tanner Wright has 144 yards. Excellent game. Gideon Brainerd has 106 on 7 carries, averaging 15 yards a carry, 2 TDs. Our Somerset Community College Offensive Player of the Game, Gideon Brainerd. Defensively, we called his name early. We called his name often. Number 24, Christian Kelly, our modern systems defender of the game. So, folks, we're going to wrap things up here from the reservation as Southwestern is victorious, 22-20. And we're going to hustle down to the field here, and I hope that our Josh McKinney can catch up with Coach Foley, and we will bring to you the Alton Blakely Family of Dealerships postgame show on Facebook. I want to thank all of our listeners and viewers. Appreciate it. Next week we'll be on the road at North Laurel starting district play. Catch all the action here on LakeCumberlandSports.com. I'm Michael Gregg. He's Josh McKinney. See you next week, folks.